Hello. Oh man. Oh, I should join a call. I'm in the call.
Hello, my wife. Can you give me a couple of minutes to eat a snack real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
I was really hungry and I was gonna eat something, but then the fire alarm test, the loud noise, just like being in the same, like just right underneath the speaker. That was just like, you know how like the mic is way too loud, but the music is like way too quiet, and but it still creates like the like a ooh kind of like a sound, like hollow air kind of passing sound. Just being in that for I think it was like 30 minutes or so, like it definitely gave me, I don't know, like not nauseous, like it made me nauseous, I think. And I can't, I don't know, I was really hungry and now I'm not hungry, but I think I'll be hungry after the stream. But like I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat before the stream, but then it was like, oh, that was just horrible. And just like became like nauseous, and then I'm like, well, I don't want to eat anything now. Lexington Badger, thank you very much for 46 months. Thank you. Canola boys is true. Ryan will be eating some of that. It's like, I guess it's just like, I don't know how it made me nauseous. It wasn't just like loud noise, I guess. It was just like, I was like right underneath it. Because in my room there's a speaker and it's like right above me. So, oh well. Oh well. You know, when I'm hungry, I'll snack with some actual snack around me. So no worries. Hopefully, maybe I'll eat some potato chips. I think I got. No, that's okay. Yeah, I don't need them. I'll have my corn snack. Potato corn, dude. I guess potato and corn combined. Combine the power of potato and corn. And this great snack shows up. Dang. I didn't realize this because I think my community or our community is awesome. That I guess I don't really get harassments. Rarely get harassments. But like I see a lot of female streamers gets harassed on Twitch a lot. And there's some streamers gets offended and they stop streaming. Some streamers find like a clever way to make a joke out of it. Oh my goodness, Vasselheim! Thank you very much with the 5 gift sub. You didn't need to do that. Thank you so much. Can we roll out? Thank you. If you have gotten a gift sub from Vasselheim, you can thank him as well. What a champ. What a champ. But yeah, I guess some female streamers, they kind of like made their own way to combat all these harassments and stuff. But man, like, what the heck, dude? I was upset that many female streamers get like harassment from the chat all the time. What? Quenching Turtle! Thank you so much for the donation. Have some more Australian dollars. Yo, my gosh. Thank you. You didn't need to do that either. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel kind of like I gotta do something, but I'm just eating snacks. X the Beast 191 with the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, I know you guys won't do it, but don't go to female streamers and then harass people. Some guy with a freaking another 7. It's not even 5. 7 gifts of. Oh my god. Kate Army, best army. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kate Army, roll out. Oh man, we starting with so much love. Poggers. I feel like I gotta do like, you know, like do something. But I'm just eating snacks. I'm so sorry. Blame the fire alarm, dude.
Speaking of which, I want to apologize to my wife for calling her reaction to being startled weird.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
not-
that was
It's
a
not
little mean.
it's not an appropriate response to make someone feel bad about being startled, which is an involuntary reaction to an external stimulus. And
I got so
apologize.
spooked by a random knock on that. It was such a loud knock, and I got spooked, and I jumped, and I went like, eep! And then Ryan was like, don't be weird! And I was like a little hurt. My feelings were a little hurt, but he apologized, so we're okay now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Cool.
But have you tried being a little less weird though?
My protein shake did the thing it did the other day where the pressure built up and it popped and sprayed me with this chocolate juice.
What?
You know, remember I was sitting on the couch and then the protein shake top popped and it squirted me?
Oh yeah.
It just did that again. And then when you include the fact that yesterday I almost fell walking down that staircase.
That was so funny, dude.
I'm having a bad couple of days.
If that was the way you actually went, like you died or something, I might actually not be able to cry in the funeral. I think I might just won't be able to stop laughing. It was so funny. It wasn't even like oh my gosh, are you okay? It was like he turned into a size of a fist. Like it was.
I thought
it was
that
so funny.
I thought that there was one more step, so I moved my body as if there was another step going down, and I crumpled into the size of me as like a 6-year-old child, and then
it was insane.
Squeezed all of my muscles and exploded out of the crouch as quickly as I could to not fall down on the street.
Like, it's actually really hard to explain it. I'm sure you're imagining, like, a man falling, but it's not like that. It's actually not. It's like, I have never seen this kind of formation of a man tripping before. It's not just like, oh, or like, it's not like falling, like, tumble. It was maybe 1 or 2 stairs, right? It's just like, not that many stairs. And then, he literally, from normal size Ryan into like actually 6-year-old child size. Like he just like turned into a ball. Like he has reached his next form as an egg. Like he actually turned into a shape of an egg. And I was like, how is that possible? And I just could not stop laughing. Don't hurt me, I'm iron.
Oh, it's got a good crunch on it.
It is very crunchy. Oh, that's a stairs. I was like, what is that, pan flute? That's stairs.
It's the Malf Rav. I don't think the emotes are bad, but
It looks like a pamphlet to
Out
me.
of context, it is kind of like either a Kit Kat bar or a xylophone. And then everybody knows Mouth Rav is a gorilla's chest.
No, it looks like Rav.
That's Donkey Kong's torso.
How Donkey Kong's torso looks like. Did you feel a little queasy after the alarm test?
Not
Or is it just
really.
me?
I think it might just be you.
It was so loud. It made me all like nauseous. Let me just get water and then we can start this stream.
I mean, like, I understand. I'm not saying, like, I wish they never had to test the fire stuff. Like, I get they have to test the fire stuff, but, like, at the same time, it is very annoying if you work from home, at least. Well, not really. I guess it's really only annoying if you work from home and you stream or podcast or are napping or something. I'm not going to say it's not a selfish decision, but I guess they have to. The reason they play the music for so long, they play the music for so long so that when the staff go into the apartments, they can verify that the actual like the system is working in every room. But did I ever tell you the story that we had a fire alarm? Ever tell you the story that we had a fire alarm, fire drill in our university, and then when we went to breakfast in the morning, we were like, "Hey, man, where were you? We didn't see you after the fire drill."
Did you invite me?
Am I muted?
No.
I'll invite you. I mean, you interrupted me twice in the same story.
I don't know. The story wasn't going anywhere. I thought.
It's the point of a story is it has to take a slight road to get there. Otherwise, it's just a punchline. No, you don't get it. I'm saving the story for my own content now.
Okay.
I can't invite you, by the way, because you're not online. For your information.
Guess what email I just got?
I have no idea.
Lion King tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Yes, The Lion King tomorrow. I told people on stream, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's why I was like...
I'm aware, yeah. I picked up on it. Subtle as it were.
Oh, it's snowing today. Whoa, my gosh. Mouth, thank you so much with the raid. Kate Army.
Ooh.
Let's pet. Oh, Mouthy. Ryan loves me. Dan loves me.
It's true.
Austin loves me.
Even after being
Mouth
interrupted.
Mouth looks really
Twice.
happy today. Yep.
You know what? I watched a little bit of his stream. He did look pretty happy today. Strangely, his smile vanished when the NLSS hours started, but
Wow.
I'm just joking.
Robert looks really happy today. Josh looks really happy today. It's a happy family, dude.
You know what's gonna be nice, Kate? It's gonna be nice.
Summertime?
Well, yeah, but it's gonna be nice to be at the movie theater and not be uncomfortable.
What?
Because, like, I was uncomfortable through about 60, let's say, just say 2/3 of Midsummer.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, it was an unpleasant watch.
Oh, I was having fun.
You were having the time of your life?
Yeah, I was.
I was deeply unsettled. I love the movie, but it's an active watch. You're constantly, you're moderating your own emotions. The Lion King, you just get in there,
Dude,
take a
Lion
seat,
King, I think it would be the opposite for me.
let it wash over you.
I think I will cry.
Oh, yeah, I think I will cry as well, yes.
It's like Simba.
Because Simba is our son.
Yeah. Well, Simba looks like our son, we should say.
Yeah, he's our son.
Like Ruka.
Who is our child?
Tomo, I think when we see the hyenas, I think we'll be like, that's Tomo.
Tomo is very aggressive now. Last night when I went to bed, I like put the covers almost over my head, and he jumped on the bed and started hitting the covers where my head was. Cause he's like, you don't get to go to sleep until you pet me, to my satisfaction.
that seems Tomo.
You know, he also I play a little game with Tomo that I don't know if he knows is a game. But when he wants to get petted, he goes on like one side of me. And then I move my hand to the other side and go like, Tomo. And then he like leaps over my legs to go to the other side. And then I give him like a little pet. And then I move my hand back to the original side and go, Tomo. And he leaps over my legs again.
Do you think he's like, why does this foolish human keep moving me around?
He's probably like, it's, I'm just keeping him spry. He doesn't realize. He's like, why doesn't he just pet me? Well, that's not as much fun for me.
Hey, Mamour, thank you very much for 19 months. Let's go. Tomo, he's a precious boy.
He is. It's funny though, because like Ruka is way more sensitive.
Yeah, he is. He's a sensitive
Like he's
boy.
probably under the bed right now.
I think so.
Thanks to the fire alarm. But Tomo is way more fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Tomo's way more fragile, I think.
Like physically or
Yeah.
Like okay.
Like
I mean,
Ruka could like he could get hit by like a baseball.
Oh my god, no.
And it would just bounce off of him. It might dent the baseball. But like if Tomo got hit by a baseball, he would be physically harmed.
He would be sent.
It would be a 2-for-1 home run probably.
Oh my god.
Just 5 more days of fishing.
Dude, maybe I should go. Chet, do you know any good fortune teller? Maybe I'll go visit a fortune teller. I want to know my future. Do you think it's a hoax?
I think that nobody can see the future. However, I do think that a fortune teller can provide an entertaining and perhaps even comforting service to people. I am okay with fortune telling as long as all parties are aware of the ruse being propagated.
You don't think people can, I don't know, tell the future, like near future?
Here's my opinion. If I were a fortune teller and I could see the future for real, I would not charge people $50 an hour to read their futures. I would charge like CEOs like $50,000 an hour.
Maybe the real good
future.
ones are like that. Like the true fortunes, the future seeing ones.
I don't think so.
There was a really famous like fortune teller girl, and she was like, it's like she's so like famous and popular that a lot of like political figures like came to her and then like asked her stuff. And then one time she was like, well, they were like, hey, could you like, you know, tell my future? And then she's like, well, like you're really successful, but then 5 years from now, there's something bad gonna happen that you probably might lose your job. And then it actually came true. The guy was found like tax evasion, and then people got like really mad.
I mean, I believe like you can. I believe you could be right, and I believe, you know, with a prediction like that, I believe in coincidences for sure. I don't believe anybody can see or divine the future, though. I think
do you
most
think the library closes?
probably in this small town, like 1 p.m.
No. Let's see.
I think that it kind of functions like the same way like horoscopes work, where like literally every horoscope is kind of designed to appeal to absolutely everybody using this technique called cold reading. You give people like vague generalizations that people want to believe about themselves, like, you know, oh, you're you know, you try really hard, you know, you really like, you have noble ambitions, but not always do your, you know, your plans come to pass. And people are like, if they don't think critically, they're like, oh, that's right, I do try hard, and it doesn't always work. That's so me.
Maybe you should be a future fortune teller.
I think I'm too cynical.
But you
I don't
just...
think, like, at the end of it, I would have to be like, but we all know it's just for entertainment, right?
No, you cannot say that as a fortune teller.
That's what I don't think I could handle it. You know, even as a streamer, I'm constantly like, hey, don't give me money.
You give me money.
See? You're the fortune teller.
No. I don't think I'll be good at reading people.
I mean, I think fortune tellers, I think their job is actually a little bit easier probably than it used to be, because of like the fact that only a narrow subset of the current population, I think, would go to a fortune teller. So you can probably make some assumptions about the type of person a person is by whether or not they would go to a fortune teller to begin with. You know, they're at least open to the idea that there's you know, the possibility of future sight, and you know, I think you could probably I don't want to say manipulate, but you could probably be more likely to give them something they'd believe as a result.
I feel like I might go, and then if I find like a real good person who knows what's up, I think I will like believe what they're saying.
You can go to a fortune teller, but if you go to a fortune teller, there's a trade-off, which is you can never make fun of me for buying the HOTUS ever again.
What? I never made you fun of buying HOTUS.
You did call it a piece of garbage once.
That's not making fun of it, that's true.
She's not wrong, but she shouldn't say it.
What? Why?
I don't even know how much is a fortune teller. My guess would be that a fortune teller reading would be like half an hour is $60.
Well, it depends on if that person is good, and you know, if that person is like prestige. I don't know, like, who knows?
I'll level with you. I have no idea how much it costs, but that seems right to me. I think I have a good talent for guessing how much things cost.
How do you get prestige as a future reading? I think you just like you read like future of other people and then it like comes true and those people are like Bill Gates or something. I think that's how you get the prestiges.
There's also, I mean, I think in tomorrow is the
Star.
Feast of the Winter Star. I forgot. I gotta get the tent man something.
Oh yeah, I gave you the melon, remember? And then you put it in here.
Okay, thank you. It's in the chest.
But and then I didn't read, and then I don't know who I'm supposed to get anything.
I also think, you know, like Eastern culture is a little bit more open to fortune telling.
Yeah, maybe I'll go to South Korea and then get my future read.
All right, now you can never make fun of me for buying the Vive.
I never made fun of you getting a Vive. But I was like, you sure about that? And then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get that Vive.
Well, I did
expensive.
I did what I always do with big purchases, and I sat on it for like a few weeks, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger and buy it. And then when I set it up, I was like, this kind of sucks.
Especially when our apartment was like the size of a shoebox.
Yeah, I was like, it's below.
You're bumping into everything, and then you're like, I feel nauseous.
It's below the minimum size for room scale VR, so I thought, you know, maybe I could just cheat the system a little bit. It doesn't really work like that.
Oh, all the cows went moo with me, like at the same time. Did you ever use Vive for anything? Ryan, I did the rhythm game, the Shield something. Music,
I played the Vive,
or whatever.
Audio Shield, yeah.
Yeah.
I played the Vive for under 10 hours for sure.
And then Ryan played like Arcade Room or something like that. And like you cannot move around, you have to like teleport around. So Ryan teleported around, and then he was like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. So I'm just like, well, don't play it then.
I also did the classic thing where I was playing virtual pool, and I went to lean on the table and almost fell over and cracked my tooth open on a piece of furniture.
The future is too distant for you.
It's like, actually, the problem is not like your computer's fault, but we had like, I thought it could actually work on with like the gaming laptop, but then when I plugged it in, it was like, it doesn't work with, you have to have a special type of video card, I guess, with like 2 HDMI outs or something for it to work with a gaming laptop, which very, very few gaming laptops have or something. And then I had to hook it up to Kate's computer, and Kate's computer is good. Or it was like your second computer, I think. But at the same time, it wasn't designed for 90 FPS, you know, VR gameplay. So, I mean, the Vive is fine. It's not like an optimum. We don't have the optimal setup for it. It's my bad, honestly.
Of buying it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mature enough to own up to my mistakes. Honestly, it's unwieldy. Now we have PSVR. Once we move, we can hook it up.
Yeah.
Play Hot Shots Golf VR. That's the only PSVR game I have any interest in, is Hot Shots Golf VR. Or sorry, everybody's golf VR.
Maybe I should do a quest today. Bring 10 pieces of hardwood to Robin.
Oh.
Alright, Robin. Here comes 10 pieces of hardwood. See you, some guy. Good night. Thank you so much for the gift subs. Thank you.
Gonna head to bed. Good night, Kate and chat. Oh, well, I guess I'm chopped liver.
You know it.
Not Kate nor Chad. Good night, chop liver.
All right. She got it. Oh.
Ooh.
Well, well, well. Void essence to the wizard. All right.
Wolf, are you in chat? I have an anecdote today. You're gonna like it, Kate. So last week, did you watch all the Dan and me Mario Maker episodes?
Were there only 3 or 4?
There were only 3, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I did.
So, you know that in episode 1, all we did was play Wolf's level, and Dan
No, I
beat it.
did not watch the first episode.
So in the first episode, we played Wolf's level.
Yeah.
And Dan beat it, and I rage quit, basically. And I was like, this is too hard. I also, he made 4 levels, and I picked the easiest one. And it was still way too hard for me to complete over the course of a 30-minute video. So he came to me on Discord and was like, hey, I understand your concerns about my first level. I made another level that's a little bit more in your style. I think it would be better for a video. So me, Dan, and Mathis, the first episode we recorded today, we did Wolf's new level, and is even harder. It's probably 2 or 3 times harder than the level that I rage quit. I won't spoil how it goes in the episode, but oh, Mathis is here. Yeah. I don't know if Mathis actually booed it, but
oh my god.
I know that he was a little bit displeased, at least.
Dropping a hard boo.
Mathis did drop some boos. That episode will go up on Sunday.
I saw like a picture that Mathis got piggybacked by someone, and then they used the filter, like the age filter.
Oh yeah.
It was like, it looked like 2 80-year-olds, man, piggybacking each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know why, it's weird. That was my first.
But it's strange to see an 80-year-old man lift another person.
80-year-old man? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, a person of any age. Like if my parents were 80 and we had a baby, I wouldn't let them hold the baby.
No, that's.
I would be like, I would be like, I don't know. It seems like it's stressful on both generations. Like, wait, if my parents are 80 and my kid is a day old, I think it's my job to make sure both generations are safe. I'm the steward of both generations.
What would you do when your mom's like, oh, can I hold your baby? And you're like, sure, mom, here's our baby. But then she accidentally drops the baby, or like maybe not drop the baby, not maybe drop the baby, but you know, like maybe like bump the baby or something. Would you be mad at your mom?
I would probably take the baby back, yes. But simultaneously, I feel like I have to point out my mom is like way less likely to hit the baby on something than I am.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Like the odds of me holding the baby and then, you know, turning around really quick and hitting its head on the corner of the wall is pretty high. But I also suspect that happens to all babies. And I suspect that it probably happened to me as a baby. I got all sorts of... Remember when we were hanging out with my parents and I was like, how did I get this scar? And then my mom was like, oh, that's when you were hanging out with your aunt and you fell onto a sharp piece of wood. And I was like, I was like 2. Why was I hanging out not with you guys where there were like exposed stakes or something? I don't know. How did that happen? And then she just said, and I think that's why your aunt never had children of her own.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that now.
So I think, you know, I mean, it's the same, right? I'm sure it's, you ever like step on Tomo's foot or something like that. You catch his tail on your chair, and then, it's like you've betrayed an innocent creature, and it feels horrible. I'm sure it's like that, but then like the next day, the baby's like, I'm fine.
I mean, the baby can't tell. The baby cannot say like, "How dare you, human?"
Yeah. But they don't remember either, so.
Yeah, like you did.
I'm not saying you should endeavor to do it, but yeah, that's the thing. She's like my favorite aunt.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Have I ever met her?
No. I mean, you haven't met... My family is so small, like...
My family is so smaller than yours.
I know, but, like on my mom's side, like, we're estranged from my mom's parents due to some intra-family conflict that's been simmering for, like, over a decade. So you have met... On my mom's side, you have met only my mom.
Yeah.
And then on my dad's side, we just don't... It's like my dad and my dad's
all
mom.
Your K-Kona.
Some of my family is a little K-Kona, yes.
I think I met
They're
all
not
the
ratchet. They're not ratchet. They're a little K-Kona, but they're also like, very successful.
I didn't get to say hi to it. Maybe I did say just hi, but my first impression was like, oh my gosh, like it was a Christmas time. But like, where's the banjo? That was yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to give them some credit.
I might have been the only Asian person.
That's what I was gonna say. Is the first time about half of them had ever seen an Asian person, so I thought they handled themselves.
They might have been like,
well.
whoa, what is this? Are you Asian? No, they didn't say that. Junithon Thorn, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank y'all. But I was like, when I was in Kingston, and we went to like super busy shopping mall because it was like a day before Christmas.
Cataraqui Town Center represent. It's the largest mall.
Maybe it was actually
Montreal
a day before, not Christmas, but the day before Christmas Eve, because I needed to get gift for Ryan's parents, because I think I already got gift for you, but then I didn't get anything for your parents, and they were like, oh, don't worry about it. But I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna get something. Let's go to the mall. Went to the mall, super busy, but then like I was the only Asian person in the whole mall, and I was like, Ryan, if anything happens, you gotta like get a blanket or something, cover me, and you gotta help me get
I don't know if you could do that.
You gotta get me out of here, because if anything happens, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be like accused. Isn't that a scene in E.T.?
Yes, it is a scene in E.T. You might be the first Asian person that's ever been in that mall in history.
No, that's not true. Your dad's relative's wife.
That's true.
Oh, look, it's a Santa Claus.
There, ho ho ho. That's true. My parents have a friend who is married to a woman of Asian descent.
And I was like, oh, if anything happens, I gotta go to her.
Which is amazing, because he's like 70. So imagine, if you thought it was hard to be Asian in Kingston in like 2015 or whenever it was, she was getting it back in like the 1960s or something.
Oh my god.
She's laying the groundwork.
For me?
She asks me all the... And this is the thing, okay? I love Get Out. It's a great movie. But Get Out did kind of, ruin my family for Kate. Anytime we're somewhere with like a lot of white people and she's the only Asian person there, she's like, is this Get Out? And I'm like, when I go to her, like it's Father's Day or Mother's Day, I go to her house. There's 11 Asian people and one white guy.
What do you mean 11? There's no 11.
There might be like 8. And then one white guy, I don't go, oh, is this Get Out?
Yeah, because we're all smaller than you, dude. If we all come at you, you can just like punch all of us.
Everybody in Get Out was smaller than the guy who was getting outed. That's not relevant to the purposes of the... It's a like a majority minority thing.
Dude, My dad is the only male and everyone is female.
Your brother-in-law is also
Oh, that's
male.
true. I
And he
totally
has 2 kids,
forgot
he has
about my
bad strength.
brother-in-law. Whoops. But literally, you and my brother-in-law and my dad are the only male, and everyone is just female.
Look, I'm being real with you. I'm not even saying I could, but I possibly could beat up.
I think you could definitely beat up my dad, no problem. And then...
But I would give myself very low odds of beating them one after the other or at the same time.
No way. I think you can just pick up my dad and just like give him a little, what's it?
Your dad probably weighs like... Your dad's got to be like 180 pounds. I don't think I could pick him up and give him a windmill.
You don't think so?
Oh, there's a noise block.
I feel like you could pick up my dad and give him a little windmill.
I mean, I
He'll
could
just go,
pick
"Ooh."
up... I could pick up your dad, but... I mean, it would be a struggle.
Dad fight. Yo, could you get on this cart with me to the town?
Where are we going?
To the town.
How do you get into this thing?
Click on it.
Yo, it's the festival.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, how fun it is to...
my guy, he's not allowed to hang out at the place where everybody else is. He's got to hang out at the store. Here you go, Lioness. Oh, so it's you? Ah, a coconut. Thanks. Fade to black.
How am I supposed to do... Where did you do that?
I found my guy and gave him the coconut. Oh, and then an old lady has given me a gift.
What? How come you're having...
Hey, Oof, I'm your secret gift giver this year. Here, open it. Alright.
What? I gotta find my person.
She gave me 3 cookies.
Yo, cookies are good.
It's not much, but I hope you like it. Thank you, Evelyn.
Yo, come to the tree. Where are you doing all this? Whoa,
I'm in the center.
You came out of the tree. How did you do this?
I got a cutscene when I gave my gift to Linus.
What?
I did it all for the cookie.
Cookie!
Who's your person?
I don't know, I'm talking to everyone, but nobody's talking, nobody wants anything,
Oh,
they're sighing. Oh, Gus, it's Gus.
Who the heck is Gus? Purple pants?
Oh, so it's you. Ah, an iron bar, thanks.
An iron bar.
It was a quest item, so maybe he would like it.
Did he have a heart pop out of his head?
No.
Uh-oh.
He did say thanks, though.
He's just being
Oh, shit! The quest was Iron Bar to Clint. I don't know, Gus and Clint looks the same, dude.
You know, normally I'd make a joke, but they do look pretty similar.
Damn it. I got it wrong. Well, open it. Alright, let's see. I got geode.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. You found a geode. The local blacksmith can break it open for you. He is freaking giving me this so that I will pay him to crack open the geode. What is this?
You gotta pay him 20,
the marketing,
you gotta pay him 20
dude.
golds.
He's like, well, here's a gift, but you have to pay me to know what's inside. Either he's the greatest businessman or the worst gift giver.
Oh, that's good.
It's like a loot box, but then if you want the key, you have to come and buy it.
Ooh.
Man.
What the heck else do you do at the Winter Festival?
Yeah, what do I do?
These people are freaking me out. Are they getting married? Like,
They asked me, like, what do you want? And then I said, watering can upgrade to the watering can, and she said, you're lame.
wow!
Did she say that to you too?
No, I said I wanted a pair of fancy boots. And then he said, that'd be cool. What's the point? Oh, it's Sebastian, a ray of sunshine. Spending time with family is tiring sometimes. Hiya, Oof. You're welcome to join our family table if you need company. Hi, Oof. Great festival.
What else do we do? Do we sit down to eat? I think I talked to everybody.
Why does everybody in Stardew Valley so angry? George is like, a feast. It's your problem.
They're all sigh. Like sigh, sigh, sigh.
I guess the holidays are a hard time. Sigh, all these happy families, but for me, just another lonely year. Oh, dude, I'm Shane. I've met some people who believe in spirits and magic, but me, I've never seen anything that couldn't be explained by science. It's Christmas, Shane. Nobody asked you, okay? Always one guy who's got to show up for Christmas dinner and be like, God's not real.
Man, I talked to
Shut up and
everybody.
eat some turkey, dude. It's okay.
Should we just go home? We're not even eating, right? We're not...
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought maybe they will feed us, but they're not even feeding us.
I like this guy. Lewis is okay. He's okay in my book. Welcome to the Feast of the Winter Star. I have no idea who any of you are. Who's this?
She's the bus driver.
Jas.
This lady.
Jas.
She's the bus driver.
That's Pam.
You say you don't know anybody.
I know Pam. She drinks too much.
Oh, what is this?
It's a
Oh,
tire.
never mind. Oh, you know what? You're right. Is there anything that we can do here?
Did you talk to Linus?
Yeah, I talked to everybody.
Why did you have to put the homeless guy in front of the store like he's panhandling?
No, I think he's like outside of the group. Like he doesn't belong in the group.
I'm just saying, it's Christmas. You could give him a seat.
Yeah, I guess we're not invited.
He's just got to eat his raw coconut out in the snow like some kind of animal. What a productive day. He's just cracking the coconut open on the sidewalk, drinking the milk.
And then he opened it wrong. He just spilled all the coconut water out of it and just like, I fuck.
Crack open a coconut. Oh, Gus, I can get you an albacore, buddy. That's no problem.
Could you get me another one?
You need 2 albacore? No problem.
Well, one for you, one for me.
Sounds good to me, sister. Kate, I found a great show on Netflix last night.
Oh yeah?
It's called Justice Served.
The dogs are dogs now! They grew! We got dog eggs, Ryan.
I'm very happy for this revelation. It's called Justice Served, Murderous Affairs.
Why do you
And-
like this kind of stuff?
Every single episode, you know exactly where it's gonna go. It's always like, things were good for Tina and Derek of Arlen, Texas. Until one day, and me being a brain genius, I'm like, I bet one of them starts having an affair. Derek met a young secretary at his office named Teresa, and then the next thing you know, there's only a few different variations on how it goes. Teresa goes, hey, you should kill your wife and marry me. That's probably most common. Or Derek goes, hey, wouldn't it be nice if my wife was dead so that we could marry each other? That's also pretty common. Sometimes the wife discovers the husband's cheating. and then she kills the husband or pays somebody to kill the husband.
Oh my god.
And then I want to be very fair across sex and gender lines. It does happen both ways. Sometimes it's like the one that was on last night was like the wife was cheating on her husband. Only check this out. She was cheating on her husband with like the boss of the local mob. And then she made a joke like, "Man, my husband's so annoying." And he was like, "Yeah, no problem, sweetheart." And then he hired a man to kill him.
Oh my god.
The reason that it didn't work is because the hitman felt guilty and turned himself into the police station and was like, "Hey, just so you know, there's some like really messed up stuff happening in this town. I got hired to kill a guy for it." The wife did not get sent to jail. The hitman got sent to jail.
Oh my god.
Anyway, it's a good show. It had me feeling sympathy for a contract killer. I was like, this man, basically, if he had just killed him, he would have been fine. But instead, he's like, "Hey, I don't want to kill this guy." And the cops are like, "Say no more, brother. I take him away, boys."
Well, I guess like she's like, I just said like he's annoying. I didn't say kill this
It's
guy.
true. It is true.
And then they want to impress me by killing my husband, but I have never asked them to do. So then I guess they can't really be like, "Well, you're guilty."
It's like I just wanted to make him disappear. I didn't want him to die. Just wanted him to go away.
I mean, you don't have to use a mysterious voice.
I didn't want him to be killed. I just wanted him to not be alive anymore.
Or maybe it's just like, you know, I didn't want him to be around. But maybe she was like, you know, just kind of tossing shit. Who knows?
Yeah, I gotta start watching Shilluminati.
What is that?
It's Mathis's podcast.
That is right.
About aliens who kill people. Hello, Tomo.
Wait, I thought it was just talking about aliens.
Oh, it runs the gamut. Tomo.
Was that Tomo?
That's Tomo. I can. The litter box is rotating, so I'm pretty sure he just pooped. Oh, he always loves to tell us when he poops.
Oh my god, I got so much stuff from.
Tomo.
Ruka panics when he poops.
Yeah. When he runs out, he sprints at like full speed away from the litter box. Like he just dropped like a plutonium fuel rod in.
It does smell like that though.
It's pretty bad. He has very healthy poops.
Just like his dad.
Tomo was like, gross. I don't know, it's weird though. The cats always want to go into the bathroom with me when I'm pooping. I'm not trying to be weird about it. It's just like, it's annoying to me. They like, I have to like push them out of the bathroom and then close the door while they try to shove their face in.
Oh!
Did you hear that?
I did, but I'm in a dangerous situation, Ryan.
Come on.
Oh shit! Shit! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Oh, hello, Ruka. My son is so low to the ground. Oh my god.
This thing is destroying rocks, trying to kill me. What the fuck?
Ruka, do not be afraid, my son. It was just fire alarm testing.
Holy, 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 holy. I have an idea. Get out. Get out! Oh my god. Why the hell is that place so scary, dude? There's a ring? Where can I get that ring?
I would like to catch an albacore.
Kate, I bought Dragon Quest Builders 2. Is it gonna be good? Yeah, man. The game is so good. I'm gonna play it on Friday more.
Yes.
Resources. My god. Ryan, I almost died, dude. Like, actually, I went down to 1 HP, dude. Holy. Holy. Resources. Maybe I will make some food and then go there, because it's too dangerous.
Yo, I can get back to farming soon. 2 in-game days.
Eek.
My month of fishing is finally over.
Oh, but the mayonnaise doesn't heal me.
Out of context quotes.
Have you seen the Twitter, or yeah, the Twitter video? It's just a Twitch clip of this female streamer, and then like she's really good at, like, someone's like, "Hey, could you touch me dirty with your feet," or something like that.
I did see that on Twitter.
And then she was like, changes her overlay and just like, well, as an easy payment of $19.99, call this number, and no, fuck, go away, you creepo, get out, ooh, so gross, ooh. It was so good.
I did see the video. It was extremely good, and also
so
good for her.
Yeah. She has like a great overlay system that I was like, I loved it. Oh, duck mayo is a lot more.
Duck mayo?
Yeah. Duck. Egg mayo.
Ruka, my son, you're like so panicked about the fire stuff. His breathing on my arm, I can feel the breath from his nose. He's breathing so fast. Like, people just walked by the front door and he's like
How do I make cheese? Do I use mayo?
It's probably cow milk plus a machine would be my guess. Ruka, no, don't go hide. My son is okay. I know you don't see many people outside of Kate and myself, but if anybody came in, which they won't, I would beat them up and take their lunch money. You don't have anything to fear. I caught a single albacore. Okay, where's Gus?
I think he's in bed.
It's only 9:20, Gus. It's a Friday.
Oh, we should make a bee house. I don't think I can make cheese. I don't know how to make cheese.
He's at the bar. Okay. Okay, hopefully till 11. Midnight's unreasonable, obviously.
Maybe I should make more maple syrup making stuff. Copper bar and wood. Easy monies. Do we have copper bar? I think so.
We should have like probably at least 10 or 20.
We need more wood.
Okay. Because I gave Linus a good gift, I'm not messing with you right now. I have a cutscene of Linus fiddling with a trash can. And then George has discovered him going through his trash can. Grr, sounds like those raccoons are back again. Filthy varmints.
These townsfolk are weird.
Ah, you turned up at the right moment, son. Could you do an old man a favor? Could you go around the corner and scare off those raccoons for me? They're causing a real mess. It's not a raccoon. It's Linus, dude. It's very awkward now. I've confronted Linus. It was me. I'm sorry. I find a lot of hot, fresh food in the trash. Stuff that will go to waste if I don't take it. Do you think there's something wrong with that? Do you think there's something wrong with that? Yes, it's disgusting. No, it's a shame for food to go to waste. Yes, it's illegal. That's George's private property. Or no, but you should get a job and stop leeching off of others. I'm gonna give him no. It's a shame for food to go to waste. Thanks, Egg.
Really?
I knew you were an open-minded person. I feel good about what I'm doing. I'm not harming anyone. I do. Well, you can go on home. I promise I won't rummage in George's trash anymore. You can tell him you scared off the raccoons for good.
I would be like, you should get a job.
Wait. It's still going.
Dude, it's 1:20. You're gonna collapse.
I can't do anything. I know. Gus just said, I know what you were doing, Linus. If you need food, just ask. I don't want anyone in Pelican Town to go hungry. We live in Pelican Town? Thought we lived in Stardew Valley. Here, I've got a basket of zucchini fritters just for you. Just make sure you dip them in my spicy marinara.
Oh, well, it's 2 a.m.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna die of hypothermia. I just passed out on the bridge near the ocean.
I got cheese press. Minus 1000 G. Well.
My son, this is embarrassing. You're a big, strong boy. Please get out of the corner. No fire alarm will ever hurt you, okay?
I need more wood. And then I can make cheese. And then I'm gonna cultivate bees.
Yo, appreciate you moving the needle forward. Hey, Joe just saved me. I mean, they did charge me 1,000 gold, but not that big of a deal.
I will not kill the young trees. I will just kill the big trees. Freaking rusted spur, get out. I don't need you, dude. Oh, goat cheese, but we don't have goat.
No. It's a good cheese, though.
Goat cheese?
I like a goat cheese. I like a sheep's milk cheese. I can get down with some funkier cheeses. Head cheese? No thanks. I'm full.
Goat cheese smells though.
It does have an aroma. There's no doubt about that.
Alright, time to milk my boys.
I've never had vegan cheese, and I've never had like cashew cheese, like nut cheese, you know what I mean? They make nut cheeses.
Nude.
I think I'm a little bit of a cheese snob.
It is true. Although when you do have cheese, you fart a lot.
That's why I haven't bought cheese in probably 3 or 4 months.
I don't
Trying
think
to
it was,
save my-
I don't know about that. I've
Trying
seen
to
you
save
eating
my
cheese.
wife from flatulence. But instead of eating cheese, now I eat like 250 grams of Icelandic yogurt a day. So I don't know if it's really helping.
Time to make some cheese, baby. Boom. I didn't get any duck eggs.
Ruka, please come here. My son, you cannot be under the table, okay? It's too much. What you can do, you can be on my lap, and I will protect you, okay?
Ow, I'll protect you.
I had to go pick him up. If you're scared, don't hide, okay? Come to me. I will protect you. Hiding is bad.
And when Ryan is scared, no one is gonna protect us.
You protect me when I'm scared.
Me?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Well, I don't get scared by like physical threats. I get scared by like existential threats, like phone calls.
It's true.
In Minecraft. Yeah, and Minecraft.
Protect him from Minecraft. Yo, Minecraft is popping off now.
Yeah, I think
Again, I guess.
the YouTubers who like used to be Minecraft YouTubers, I guess they like maybe got over it for a while, and then now they're like, maybe it's not so bad to be playing Minecraft for a $4 million a year salary, so they've returned. I support it. Minecraft's like it's like a great video game.
Career suicide?
Like, I think what happened with Minecraft, if people are like a little younger than me, is like they played Minecraft when they were kids, and then when they became adults, they did what all young adults / teenagers do, which is think that everything they liked when they were kids is now dumb. Then when they got old enough to actually revisit it, they were like, wait a minute, this game actually rules. Which it does.
I'm having fun in Dragon Quest Builders 2.
It looks fun.
I think I'm like, okay. I see what it's like. I think not much of a crafting that I'm having fun. I think I really like town building. Town building is where it's at for me. And if it's like crafting only, then I think I'm like snooze.
Oh, Ruka. There's people in the hallway. It's okay, man.
Did I not feed the cows? I thought I fed the cows. Or they didn't eat or something.
I believe Malf is quoting Borat.
They all mooed at me. I think they're like, "Where's the food?"
We're hungry. Look, I'm not gonna feed Ruka CBD oil.
What the heck is CBD oil?
It's like the non well, I don't even know, the non psychoactive component of marijuana.
What?
So it's like it's used as like an anxiety alleviator. I'm not gonna feed our cat CBD oil. That's too much.
That is too much.
I don't mean like it's too much money. I just mean like that's
No, of course not.
that's just like a terrible
Idea.
I mean, I don't know. When humans take CBD, I'm like, it's your body. To feed my cat CBD, I'm like, he can't make an informed decision about that.
Yeah, hell no, dude. Did you see me play Mario Maker, Super Mario Makers 2 yesterday?
I did watch actually, the connection seemed a lot better yesterday too.
Yeah. I'm using the wired connection. Like I have wired internet connecting to my Switch. Yeah. So it's good.
The multiplayer seems fun, but it does also seem to have the same problem as the single player, which is like sometimes the levels are really bad.
Yeah, sometimes levels are really, really bad, but sometimes levels are really, really good. So you just gonna have to combat that with the good memories instead of like, it's bad.
Yeah, it does seem fun to play levels with clear conditions and then steal the clear condition at the end.
Yeah, it's a very savage way to play it.
It's a dog eat dog world.
The crab bucket. Sometimes like I guess like when I play multiplayer versus, we don't let anyone to win by like just like blocking or like we're like time is ticking and we're still like we're like stealing the people's like the clear objectives. It's like you cannot pass. You cannot pass. I want to win. And then like end up nobody finishing it.
Yeah.
But some people might be like, that sounds horrible, but it's actually really fun doing that. Oops.
You should play my levels, Kate.
But your levels looks hard.
They are not easy, but they're not like Austin level difficult.
The Austin level difficult almost killed me.
I mean, I think to be honest, I think you would do better on my first level than most of the people who played it. Because I think most of the people, I mean, the Dr. Cooper's what was the first one called? The Island of Dr. Cooper. I tested the first part of that level on Kate, and she got to the checkpoint on like her first or second try, which is another reason that when people are like, jump to the checkpoint is too hard. I'm like, well, my wife has played about 1 hour of Mario in her entire life, and she got to it. So,
what can I say?
Your wife is she's a natural, but also was gamer. Your excuse, everybody else. And then when Dan hit the jump on the first try, I was like, okay, so
now no excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuses now. And I was like, Dan, how'd you do it? And he's like, just jump in the hole, forehead. And I was like, yeah, see?
Yeah, see?
Ooh.
Whoops. Ooh, that's a lot of fruits, baby.
As far as playing Austin's levels, Austin 2.1 to 2.4 has gone up. I recorded Austin 2.5. I haven't touched 2.6 or 2.7 yet. He told me 2.6 usually there's like a split in the community. For some people it's very easy, for some people it's nearly impossible. So I'll probably give that one a shot. And I have already seen 2.7. I think if I can budget time for it, I mean, I don't mind. If it takes 2 hours or 3 hours to beat an Austin level, it takes 2 hours or 3 hours. But you gotta make sure you know what's coming.
I'm gonna make cheese, and it's gonna be my battle food. It heals so much. 50 HP, 125 energy.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use that to battle snack when I go to the dungeon, the spooky dungeon.
Genius.
Kate's battle cheese.
Yeah, Dan is fine at Mario. Like,
he got a lot better. He was like really not good at first.
As long as you can keep him from believing that you have to spin jump for every obstacle, he's pretty good.
It's so good. It's like
Me,
someone was
Madison,
like,
Dan
"Oh,
are
you got a
pretty
spin
close.
jump." It's like, "Oh," and then he would just like do everything spin jumping. I was like, "Dan."
It's the final day of winter.
Let's see if I got any maple syrup, because I want to farm some bees this summer. Alright, no maple syrup yet.
Oh, hello. Espix Phil.
Do you want to see the ducks?
You know what? I'll go see the ducks.
They're all fully grown.
I have to tell you, like, Ruka is sitting under my desk, like, at my
Halt!
ankles. Oh my god. And then he's just staring at the door intently. Yo!
Look at, it's Robert and Josh. They look so happy, right?
Excuse me, why does Ryan have half of a heart?
That's
Oh,
because he
it's
loves
affection.
me.
It's affection, not HP. I got
Yeah,
it.
Josh doesn't really love me. Dan loves me. Robert doesn't really love me.
Ruka.
Malv loves me. Austin loves me.
My son, please do not be afraid of the strangers that came in. They want to make sure that the fire alarm only goes off when it's a very important situation.
Whoops. Whoops. Do you think it's really hard to milk the cows?
No, I mean I don't think it's difficult. Probably requires a technique like anything else.
Tiddle-the-winkle?
But excuse me, giant tiddlywink. Yo, okay. Did you know Community Day is on Sunday, not Saturday this week?
Oh, that's new.
Boo. Niantic, I boo you. Actually, you're doing a great job, but that doesn't work as well for me. They changed the appraisal screen too, so that you no longer have to read an essay about a Pokemon to determine whether or not it's good.
Oh, that's good too.
They actually give you like a more quantitative appraisal.
Oh, you don't even need Calci. Oh my gosh. They give you the IV and stuff? Like percentage or something?
I think so. They give you the relative percentage, I think.
What? That's so good.
Can you move the sub show? It's on top of Community Day for the East Coast. Yeah, but then if I move it, it'll be on top of my Community Day. It's 4 to 7, right? Like local time? Or is it 3 to 6? I don't know.
Oh, well, what am I gonna do?
I know! It's a... That's why it sucks that it's on Sunday. Put it on Saturday. It works better for me, aka everyone.
I'm the voice of everyone, is what Ryan is saying. Why is there monster loot in here? Monster loot goes in here.
But then again, I don't really care to like... because it's like a mudkip day. I mean, I would like to catch a shiny mudkip, but I don't really care to get like for Slackoth. Slacking is meta relevant, so catching like enough to get 500 candies, I was like, this is productive. But mudkips, he's cute. Don't get me wrong, but you don't need to catch 400.
Why does it say Emily is single? I don't care if she's single. Where does she live?
Wait, Mudkip evolves into Swampert? I did not know this, actually. I thought he evolved into, like, Dirt Kip.
Wow.
I have no idea. Pardon me.
Ted is so busy talking about Mudkip, and they're not telling me where Emily is in.
I don't know anything about Emily, to be honest.
I have to give her the amethyst.
He evolves into Marshtomp, who evolves into Swampert. Okay.
South left house.
Well, I can do. I can take a phone of yours, Kate, and go catch some shiny Mudkip.
Let's go. Journal updated. Is it she's not gonna give me money? Excuse me? I gave her an amethyst and she's not. That's it. She just took the amethyst. What a bitch.
She didn't give you anything in return?
Nothing. Don't do that quest, because it's just a waste of our precious gem.
Yeah, Togepi's pretty cool. I want them to bring back.
Togekiss is my.
It's huge, yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's huge. Togekiss is my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon.
I want them to do another Machop community day.
Ryan likes thick boys.
I need to power up my Machamp because every gym is just Chansey, Blizzy, Snorlax.
Blizzy?
That's every gym on planet Earth is that. So I need to have a Machamp that can just go in and go.
Oh my god.
Right now, I use a crappy Machamp and Hariyama, which I don't even know what it is. It looks like a.
It's a sumo wrestler.
It looks like a. I don't even know what to call it.
I just told you.
I know it's a sumo wrestler, but it's like the hands are all weird and.
That's just how Pokemon looks like, dude. What's wrong with you, dude? Well, you gonna go look at Jinx and be like, oh, your face.
I talk about how Jinx looks weird all the time.
Oh, why is your hair like that? Why don't you have a haircut?
Jinx was a mistake for sure.
I think
that Pokemon is not right.
I was talking to my friend and just like, I feel like there's no ugly Pokemon. If I become a Pokemon, I think I'll be happy. It doesn't matter what Pokemon. And I was like, oh, well, how about Jinx? And then he went silent for like a week. I guess I shocked him. He did not realize like, oh, wait, there is Jinx.
Jinx is bad. Yo, I see that you say Diglett is dumb. I'm like, I disagree, but I understand. But leave my boy Magnemite out of it. He's a cutie.
Ryan, for some reason, likes Magnemite. I don't understand.
He's a cool boy. He has 2 magnets, and then when you evolve him, he's 3 magnet boys, and then when you evolve him even further, he's the largest. He's like a freaking UFO. Yeah, he's a satellite dish or something.
I don't know if I find Magnemite cute. By the way, there's no milk in Ruka, so I have to wait.
Hello, Ruka. As soon as you said that, he went to go hide again. Ruka, you're such a strong boy. Everybody that meets you goes, I can't believe your
Yeah, he's a
cat
tank.
is so muscly. I can't remember if I told it on stream, but when I picked him up from the pet groomer, they were like, yo, Tomo is like a cat. Ruka is like, he's so muscular. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
they
was
were
like, I
like,
know.
we
He's
weren't like
thick.
we were worried like if it would drop Tomo and then hurt him, but then for Ruka, like we didn't worry if we like accidentally drop Ruka because he's so like like muscular that nothing will hurt him. And that we were like, that's true. He's like 99% muscle. He's basically Machop.
It's crazy. Yeah, Ruka, you should go to the gym with me tomorrow.
But he's a scaredy cat. He's like the most buffed cat of all time, and yet he's the most scaredy cat of all time. Do you think people would have like taken it positively if they added Jinx in Detective Pikachu and made it into like the real so-called realistic graphic of Jinx?
I think if they had put it in Detective Pikachu, they would have played it off as like a self-aware joke. If Nintendo was open to giving them the freedom. Because, you know, I didn't think Detective Pikachu was very good, but I think it had a relatively like, you know, it had a good sense of self-awareness. It wasn't afraid to make fun of itself a little bit. I think if they had put Jinx in, they could have made it funny.
I think some of the parents might have been like, I got a little offended by that.
Big Minkus on this one.
Now you're saying Minkus too.
I do say Minkus, yeah.
It's like a plague.
Dan's vernacular.
Minkus. You hear that? You hear that? And then you hear like a faint sound of music. That's right, it's the time of GDQ.
What can I say? He's an entertainer.
I love it. I go like, yeah! When he goes like, you hear that? You hear that?
Dan is like one level. His volume is cranked from me. You know, you go to like some streams and, you know, you've been there for 30 seconds and then you're like, is my volume on? And then you realize, yeah, your volume's on. It's just the streamer hasn't said anything for the whole time you've been there. Dan is like the exact opposite. Like if he goes 2 seconds without saying something, his head will explode.
Yeah,
so he's just constantly flooding everybody with like verbiage and phrases that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? This is incredible. It's so entertaining.
I mean, it is entertaining, but most of the time I'm just like, what is he saying?
I do have to translate for Kate quite often.
I'm like, what does that mean? And then he goes like, you know, I think he meant by this, but he didn't realize that he got it wrong. And I'm just like, only you would know that.
I mean, today when we were recording, and if Mathis is here, he can like vouch for it. I just, I told him straight up many times. I was like, I don't understand what you're asking. So he'd be like, when you get to the top of the second ragu mixer, do you need to yeet left or yeet right? And I'm like, Dan,
that sounds like Dan.
I'm like, Dan, if you want me to give you an answer to the question, you have to phrase it in a way that actually makes sense.
Normal human will understand.
And like I did it. And he's like, okay, but like, you know what I mean? Like around the metal hash browns. And I'm like, I don't know what's a metal hash brown. And he's like, you know, the metal ones. It's hard.
It's getting late. Oh. I didn't know you were sleeping. Don't go to the clouds. But how to get to the clouds? You don't go to the clouds.
Thank you. Yeah. Dan was like, you know when you go to the clouds? And I was like, I don't know how to get there. And he's like, you don't go there. I'd try to translate. Ruka.
Techno renovation.
It's spring.
Yo, let's go.
Dad, what are the? I mean, I'll just buy some of
Oh.
every seed.
Oh, you're walking. You're moonwalking. Look at Kent.
Oh, my
Hello
name is Kent.
there. My name is Kent. I just got back last night from overseas. My wife told me that a new farmer had moved in while I was gone. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself. I will see you around.
I just like that he says, I just got back last night. ... from overseas. It seems like one of those unnecessary details.
He's like, he's secretly like, what was it, CIA or something?
Yeah, I just got back last week. ... from overseas. Does he have PTSD? I don't understand.
Well, because of the winter, we didn't see all these weed growing underneath us, and now have to weed the whole farm.
My name is Mr. Snrub, and I think we should give all the money to the nuclear power plant. Oh, is this Kent? He is wearing an army jacket. Hello, farmer. What are you doing, Kent? Just walking down to the river at 7:50 a.m.? Having a leisurely stroll, thinking about things?
Where is Kent? I think he's the last one that I haven't talked to.
He's down at the river. Okay, so I'm gonna spend a lot of money on seeds today, Kate.
Okay, that's fine. My money is your money. As long as you don't gamble or gamble with like stock prices, it's all good.
Well, I mean, you know me. I don't even respond to calls from our banker, and I don't like to gamble, so it's easy enough.
Down the river?
Pretty much in the clear.
Up the river or down the river? Because I'm going down the river and I don't see him.
I hear you walking near me, and I am near him. Do you know where the sign is that says sewer?
No.
Go into town, walk as south as possible to hit the river, and then go to the right.
I was all the way at the bottom.
It's by the sewer. Alright, chat. What's the best money-making option?
Well, they said the bean sprouts. Oh, he's right here.
Bean starters? Excuse me, what are jazz seeds?
Did I not meet everyone? Who am I missing? Isn't it Kent? I'm still missing one person. He doesn't count?
Ooh, kale.
Well, that last person, we'll never meet him. I gotta feed my chicken and ducks.
Should we get grass?
I think we should.
What's a good amount of grass starter, chat, if you're familiar?
Requires 10 freaking wood? I got 10 wood. What are you talking about? Oh, is this a coal maker? Whoops. What is all this weed? So much weed. What was that sound?
You know what that sound was. Oh, it feels so good to be making farming duties again. I don't know how all these weeds grew here in the winter, but that's okay.
Yo, they like the weed.
What do you mean they like the chickens?
Yeah, and the ducks. Should I let them? They will eat it instead of hay. Oh. It makes them happier. Yo, give me some grass. Robert doesn't produce milk. Excuse me?
Yo, what do you got there?
Well, at least I'll get rid of rocks and stuff.
Did Malf join the call to fill something up there?
What? What are you talking about?
Did you not hear the...
No?
Chad, did you hear somebody pouring liquid?
What are you talking about?
No?
No, that was me milking the cow.
That's the sound of the cow being milked?
Yeah, yeah.
How much milk did you get? Like 10 liters?
I don't know. All I know is that Robert doesn't produce milk. Did you guys need some grass?
No, I didn't get any grass because someone in chat said buying hay is just easier. And I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, but this is so much cuter. I told you to get grass.
I can get grass tomorrow. We got a long season ahead of us. I mean, we actually got a lot of grass growing around the place anyway.
Yeah, but I think I have to plant them.
The average dairy cow produces 6 gallons of milk per day. That's like 18 liters of milk daily. That's crazy. Who has time for that?
Do cow babies drink all that milk?
I mean, imagine they probably would consume a lot of it. I mean, it takes a lot of milk to grow a cow.
How do I get the bees? Cause I made the bee house. How do I call the bees?
That I do
Plant
not know.
flowers.
Makes perfect sense.
You just wait. We have some seeds too. Summer, winter, summer, spring. We got some cauliflower.
Yo, how many?
9.
That's perfect. I'm gonna need to buy some more seeds tomorrow anyway, though.
Yo, Corey, thank you very much for 43 months. I will plant some stuff as well.
Okay. If you want to plant, I will create the turf for you. Oh, that's fine. You can do it
Oh. I wanna get the cauliflower. The one veggie that I think I'm allergic to. But not like intensely, just enough that makes me farty. Oh my god, look at all this weed! Whoops.
Okay, do we have any mixed seeds?
Yeah, I took it out.
How many do you have?
I have 8.
Oh, that's a perfect amount.
But I'm planting them right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to buy more seeds tomorrow. Oh, this is the bad thing, right? It only does
That's
4.
a fish.
Yes.
Yes.
This?
Yeah, yeah. You were holding a fish though. Look at all this weed. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, secret notes.
Winter.
Let's read. I want to get everyone something they love. Mom. Parsnip. Glazed yam. No beer! Jazz. Fairy rose plum pudding. Vincent. Pink cake grape. Mr. Molnar. Leek. Fried mushroom. Granny Moller. Beet tulip. Greeting, Kate. Have you found my secret in the dark tunnel? I look forward to meet you. Qui.
Pardon me?
Yeah, Minkus. Secret note. I found some good things by looking in the garbage cans on lucky days. Sometimes you'll find the dish of the day behind the saloon, usually fresh. For dessert, I will check the Molnar's can for cookies. For treasures, check the cans by the blacksmith and museum. Did you just go to bed?
No.
While your wife is weeding?
No. You do the weeding. I got more auto sprinklers. Can I place some auto sprinklers in your bee area or no?
I think that's okay.
Okay.
Just not right next to it, please.
No problem.
Well, it's just non-stop weeding.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, how did these grow in one day?
Well, I guess it was underneath the snow. And we didn't realize it, and then after the snow is all, like, melted away, we realized it was just all weeds underneath. Well, I found some seed.
Hold on, I gotta crunch some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I need to buy 80 seeds for tomorrow.
Do I have eggs? I do.
Oh, my son. You're not scared anymore. Oh, who's the big confident boy?
He has regained his confidence.
He's regained his confidence. Ruka.
That's good.
Ruka.
How do they plant grass? Do I...
You can buy grass starter from Pierre.
Because I want to cover all my, like, the free range area with the grass to make it look pretty. Oh, he's selling quality fertilizer now.
Oh. Some grade A bullshit? Excuse me?
Oh, they're already out. The animals are already out. But these are not weeds, right? Like... Close the door. Like, I wanna... Like, they don't eat these, right? These are what they eat? Like... Long... thing? Okay, so I'll get rid of these then.
Oh, baby. First harvest is gonna be sweet. Okay, so that's not mouth. That's you milking the cow.
Yes.
It sounds exactly like when he fills up his water on stream.
Ooh, we got mixed seeds. Some has already sprouted.
Yeah, the ones I watered yesterday sprouted, but I didn't have time to water them all.
Mm. I'll get some grass starter to make the place look nicer.
Oh, hello. Don't be snooping around the trailer when I'm out. Got it? Pam?
If you find like I forgot what it was, like green onion or something like that, I need it to give
Green
it to
onion.
for the spring.
Understood.
I needed leek.
Leek. Got it. $80 seeds. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
If you're interested, you should also buy the backpack upgrade for 10,000.
I already did.
What? I've been over here using the same backpack for 10 years. It can hold one single seed in it. You've already been rocking the Gucci backpack?
I mean, it's our money.
I thought that was the kind of purchase we would consult each other on.
What? You know, I don't know.
I had to catch like 1,000 fish to get to that point.
I don't know what to say.
I bet.
Oh my god.
I bet.
Alright boys, I got grass. My boys, you guys are covering up this whole spot. I can't plant the grass. Josh, get out of the way, you donger. Let's make some grass around here too. Do they manifest by itself?
Grass?
Yeah.
It might actually.
Oh, it will spread over time. Do I need to water it? Probably not, right? It will spread. Okay. No water needed. Sweet. I wish I can like dig this out and then get a grass starter. Why do I have to buy a grass starter when I have too much grass around? Doesn't make any sense. Why don't I just like dig it out and then plant it again?
I guess if you waited long enough, the wild grass would spread.
But I want it now.
Well, like, pretty sure some of this bean setup here is going to be unharvestable, but
Wait, why?
you can't walk through the beans. But you know what? I think I got a fix for it already.
Do you think if my voice was higher and more like a cutesy, do you think I'll have more viewers?
I think some people are into that, and some people find it very annoying.
It works
So-
for Ryan. Because I remember when I was younger, my voice was actually really high and I hated it. So I practiced to talk lower. And it hurt really bad at first, but then I think that became my normal voice.
Do you think I would have more viewers if I had hair?
Maybe.
There we go.
I think if
Fence
you
has been
look like PewDiePie, you
restructured.
might get more viewers.
I think that's fairly sensible. The truth hurts.
Time to get hair transplant.
Where is my wife?
I'm near the farm, weeding, as usual. Oh, they went home. My cows are going home. We haven't milked them yet. Have I? Wait, hold up. Ruka has no milk right now.
I heard some milking.
Okay. I think I milked them. Well, what are you doing?
I got more seeds.
Oh, you're gonna plant them and then water
I
them?
figured I might as well extend the farm. Excuse me, my wife.
Yeah. I planted for you, dude.
I mean, yes, you did. But now I need to make more space because I have more crops.
It's a good thing. I've seen him with hair. What are you trying to say? My husband is not good looking? Cause it's false. I looked at you know, the photo from Universal Studio in Osaka.
Yeah.
You were next to eggs, the dinosaur eggs.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, look at my husband. I cannot believe I'm married to this guy. He's so handsome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excuse me, please don't knock loudly on the door. My son is very scared.
I look exactly the same from 2000. I guess like 5 years ago. Even like 6 years ago, so when I'm like 21. I look exactly the same. I don't look different. Just different hairstyle, I guess. But like face-wise, I look exactly the same. But Ryan does look different.
I
He
don't
looks
think so.
younger.
Maybe.
You look younger.
I do treat myself better now.
No,
It
like
helps out.
not right now. Like you look younger in the like the older photo.
Thank you.
And I was like, oh, look at this baby Ryan. He looks so young.
I know, Ruka. There's knocks and strange voices and dogs barking and walkie-talkies and...
I think I basically weeded up the whole place.
No. Ruka, no.
Oh my gosh. I almost died.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing.
Oh my gosh. Almost died in real life.
Testing 1 2 3.
Oh no.
Testing 1 2 3.
We should tell him that he's on stream.
Testing 1 2 3.
Is it really loud?
Testing 3. Test.
Oh, he's breathing through the mic. It's ASMR.
Testing 1 2 3.
Oh. Oh. We good. We're okay now.
Good lord.
Very spooky.
I deafened myself to protect, or I muted
echo?
and deafened. Yeah, because the echo was horrible.
Che, was it really loud? It was really loud for me. Clear, but not super loud. Okay. I jumped in IRL. Same, dude. Oh, but
I was holding Ruka and like his legs were just trying to escape. And then eventually I let him go for my own safety.
that's exactly how I responded. I jumped, I eat, and then Ryan went like, "Don't be weird."
I mean, I already apologized for it, so
I won't make fun of you.
you run the risk if you are still sore about it post apology. Nobody's happy with it, you know.
So I got 13 cheeses. All right, boys. You know what time it is?
Kate, I got
Let's
a
go
leak.
time. Oh, let's go. Can I have the leak, please?
Yes, I
Yo,
just
who
found
was
it.
the one that was first out? Let's see. Josh. Josh was one that was first out. Let's see who was first out. Homo was out first. Let's milk him. Oh, I think I might have milked the wrong guy. Oh, thank y'all.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yo, they're loving it.
Yeah.
The ducks are so cute.
The Discord went a little weird. And he said, ducks are really cute. Thank you. I
Some
know,
cute
they're
ducks.
very cute.
Oh my god. We just had them groomed. I have so much cat hair on my face because this guy's nerve is shedding.
Nerve shed. I mean, just because they got groomed, that doesn't mean they're not shedding. They are like it just helps, I guess, with the shedding.
Yeah.
Dogs are really cute.
Lord, I don't know what to do.
I wonder if people see the moments of like the cuteness of Ryan as I do.
What do you think, Mel?
This is my tree farm. What do I do with fiber?
Oh, I like this. I'm from the town that has the Walmart where Yodel Boy got famous. Give me a slice of life. It's the day after Mason Ramsey, aka 9-year-old Yodel Wonderkind, goes viral on Twitter. What is it like? What's the atmosphere? Did the Walmart put up a sign or something that was like, this is where he recorded it? Was everybody going like, that's James Ramsey's kid. I always knew he was destined for greatness. They did a concert at the Walmart like 2 weeks later.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Small town stuff.
You ain't got no giddy up and giddy out my way.
Walmart concert.
It was by far the most people that have ever been present in the town.
Wow, that's actually something then. It's not like
Yo, Mason Ramsey, he's a big draw.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
He goes, oh, I don't know what to do.
If I only heard you doing that, so I
All I
don't
do
know.
is sit and cry. Oh Lord.
Okay, would I ever be doing Walmart concerts? Dude, I honestly, on the topic of music, I'm actually on the thinking of quitting. I don't know. I was like pretty sure about it, but then I had a dream today and I was like maybe not. Well, like not really quit for solo stuff. I would still love to do like solo stuff, but maybe like group projects and stuff like that. Cuz people are kind of moving on with their lives, and I feel like I'm also moving on with lives. And I feel like this is like one of like chapter of a movie of like, well, everyone's moving out of the town, so maybe this is the time to wrap it up. Wrap up
One last a farewell concert at Walmart in New Westminster.
No! Every time you do it, I actually don't like it anymore. It hits too close to...
It's
Too
like
home.
it's almost note for note the same, so I understand. Oh, I thought people liked Undertale. I guess not. As soon as I start to like Undertale, people are like, stop talking about Undertale. Before I started playing Undertale, everyone was like, oh, Sans, Pepe Hands, Sans the Skeleton.
I have done it,
Whoa,
Ryan.
whoa.
We finished it. We got spring seeds!
Yo, I like that. Spring seeds. We got the spring onions.
We're happy to
Plant
help.
me.
It's not our house after all. Oh, look at that. Restored, baby. They're gonna put another star on it. It's a very teary moment. Yo, let's go. Music is very nice. But I mean, I feel like this is not the right place to ask questions. But I feel kind of conflicted to end my passion project with the quintet. Because this year, like so many things happened in music-wise. Like in January, like one of the player from my previous orchestra, he basically kind of was really, really mean to me. And there's like a tweet about it that I tweeted, but I wouldn't go too much into it. But he basically, you know, was really mean to me and told me that I'm not passionate enough or something like that, and I got really offended. So I quit because I didn't want to stay with them and hear their nonsense. Well, like this one person, like literally everyone else was really sad that I am going to quit the orchestra because I couldn't go back to that orchestra after what he said to me. So I quit that in January, and then I got featured in the Cadence of Hyrule, which is amazing, and I feel really lucky. So that's like an up from, I guess, like for my music career. But then with the quintet, like my friend, the pianist, is gonna move out from Vancouver for 2 years to do her master's. So then we're missing our pianist, and I don't really want to find new pianists. And then I feel like there's so much like things happening outside of music. Of course, like I wanna use my energy to stream more, and then like, you know, do more like YouTube stuff more. So I'm kind of conflicted right now, because if I were to quit my quintet, then my music stuff, like I don't have any other source to do my music stuff. So I think I'll be sad in a way for that, but I don't know. I don't know what to do, to be honest with you.
Lord, I don't know what to do.
Oh my god. I need more sprinklers, Ryan. I have 30 spring seeds.
We need refined quartz, which you get for putting old glasses into the garbage recycler then. Well, like, I don't know. You know my opinion. I can reiterate it for chat, which is like, we're doing well. If you aren't enjoying doing something and it brings you more stress, it's not like you have to keep doing it, or, you know, we won't have dinner on the table. So I think you should, you know, cut things from your life that bring you more anguish than joy.
It feels weird to like not play music, because ever since I was 3 years old, I've been always playing music. So it's kind of like, it feels weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like,
It's like it's
hard for me
something
to-
that I've been doing all the time that I feel like not doing it seems like it's weird. But I'm like, just because I've majored it, that doesn't mean that I have to keep on playing music if I don't enjoy it. But I do enjoy music, but keeping the quintet is a lot of work, and it's like really stressful. And I feel like we're going nowhere. And I know, like, you know, lots of people, they appreciate it a lot and they say good things for us, and I appreciate that too. But, you know, it is still, like, hard. So I'm kind of, I don't know, I've been thinking about it for like a week now, but I don't know. That's where I am right now. I don't know. Should I just plant the seeds?
if you think you can water them, you may, but I am also making automatic sprinklers.
I will shape it so that it will fit. Is this okay? It kind of like connects.
It's fine as long as there's like a 3x3 space that each one has that's not colliding with anybody else.
This be okay? Is this okay? But yeah, I've been pretty feeling down because of like, oh, I need to cut down so much, because like so much things are happening around me and there's only one me, so I feel like I have to cut down on things that I should be working on and focusing on the most. And in my head, quintet is the first thing that comes in my head, and then or comes to my head, and I don't know, I put a lot of effort, a lot of time, but feels like if I give up now, then, you know, I feel like I never gotten anything from it. Well, like, no, that's not true, but like, my ultimate goal with the quintet was to be able to perform in a big gaming convention, right? And I was never been able to do that. Oh, yo, that's me. We fixed the breach!
Yo. It's my favorite cutscene ever.
I thought we were gonna get another cutscene. But I mean, like, oboe is something that, I mean, you can play it solo, but it's mostly played as, like, in a group. So just playing solo oboe is not what I'm interested in at all. So then that means I need to have a group. That's why I made my quintet, but it's like, it's so much work, so much stress, and I don't know, I don't feel confident to keep up the work.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir on this one. I've never done a hobby since I was 3 years old, so I don't have any feedback on that, but I am like remorseless when it comes to cutting things out of my professional life if they're not causing me joy. Like I skipped a semester of school just because my last Java class pissed me off so much.
Yeah, but you know, like, it's hard to explain because if it's like a hobby, I think I will have a lot easier time of kind of like quitting it. But then it's something that I've been doing my entire life for whole, like, you know, like intensely too, right? And practicing music all the time and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it feels kind of like I feel like it would feel wrong to be away from music. I don't know, but it's like one thing for sure, I do really, really enjoy streaming and making videos, but I'm like, maybe it's my time to graduate from scene of music, although I'm very passionate in that field, and I do want to do something more like be covering, like, I freaking planted it wrong, like, you know, if there's gonna be next Cadence of Hyrule or something like that, or any kind of video game that want to feature me, I would be like, heck yeah, I want to do that.
I mean, like, you know, not doing anything in music for a bit doesn't mean you're quitting music forever, obviously.
Yeah, but like, music is kind of weird that if you are not active in this field, even for a year, people will forget about you, and they just kind of like, there's enough hungry musicians that's working 24/7, why would we care to remember you, kind of thing. But I mean, I don't know, honestly, I don't really care about classical music scenes, and there's no way that I want to, like, even try to be in orchestra or anything. It was really fun when I did play with Fiesto and everything, but I'm not, you know, if there's another chance and they want to have me back, definitely I'll do it as long as it's like kind of like a part-time thing. But do I really want to work really, really hard for it? Like, no, I don't. I want to dedicate that energy to streaming and YouTube for sure.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I understand the passion for music, but I feel like, to put it in perspective, if other people that like graduated the same year had the choice to be like, well, I could be a full-time musician, or I could be like a hobbyist musician and also have like a stable income and like, you know, livelihood, most of them would probably take you up on the second one, I think.
I guess the utmost concern is that I feel like I got the gig as Cadence of Hyrule thanks to having like being active in music scene. So like you know, having my quintet and stuff like that. But if I do not continue with my quintet, then I feel like I'm not active in the music scene. Thus, I'm scared if I'll miss an opportunity in future being featured in a video game. Because I think, like, if there's a job title for a musician who only wants to be featured in video game music, I want to be that person. I don't really care about, I don't know, like quintet stuff. It's fun. Covering different video game music with the quintet was fun, but it's just like creating original art is more fun for me instead of covering other people's work.
Yeah.
So it's like I wanna be, I don't know, I wanna be featured in video game music. But I feel like it's hard. But who knows, maybe it wasn't even my quintet that helped me to get this gig at all.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that, I mean, it's honestly probably more likely, in my opinion, to be the streaming that introduced you to Ryan, that introduced you to the game.
That's true.
I just got 4 secret notes, not to change the subject.
Do I read them all?
Okay. I'll read them.
Ooh, you got more craft quality sprinkler. I need more of that. I planted more seeds.
Have you found my secret in the dark tunnel? Okay, there's
too?
one. 12 o'clock noon sharp, last day of the season. Check the bush above the playground.
Oh, you should.
It's a page from someone's diary. Okay, this is the one about the guy who... Shane likes beer pizza and pepper poppers, etc., etc. Things I love. The smell of carved pumpkin, keeping an amethyst under my pillow. Chocolate cake, the thrill of spicy eel, and the comfort of mom's blackberry cobbler. Okay. You know. More power to you, I guess.
I guess to make it simpler. Oh, I have berries. If there is a way for other people to know that I am a professional musician who is very interested in being featured in video game, and there's like a permanent kind of like way to have the word out there, I think it would be easier for me to make a decision about the quintet. Takes so long to get maple syrup, dude. I want to get more bees. Well, I saw someone actually like tweeting at me. I think it was like last night or something, and then it's like, I cannot believe like you basically worked on the game before Ryan did, despite he is the one who's learning coding and stuff. But I'm like, little did you know, I was like featured in what was it? Build a boat. You must build a boat, and that was like what, like 3 or 4 years ago.
That's true. Yeah, kids worked on, I don't know, like 5 games.
Something like that. Maybe 6. So I've been like, my name has been featured either localizing or music wise. So it's not the first time that I worked in a game. The Cadence of Hyrule, that is. But for music, it is my first time, and it's like, it's great honor. Do you think you can make me another quality sprinkler?
I don't know. My perception is oversimplified. It's like,
Like, if you don't like it, just don't do it, kind of thing.
yeah, basically. And I think the reality of not liking it is way more present in my mind than the potential future, like, oh, maybe it'll cost me an opportunity in the future.
I guess it's because it's not the one that's like bringing money to the home. I guess it's not like we depend on it to have food on the dinner table.
I mean, if we both, like, if your music was your full-time job and we needed the income to survive, and you were like, I think I want to quit music, I would be like, pump the brakes. You know, we gotta have really, really serious conversation about like what that would mean for us in terms of like lifestyle changes and stuff like that. But you know, if you have a hobby, even if it's been a lifelong hobby, and is frustrating to participate in now, I don't think there's any shame in cutting it down for a bit. And it doesn't mean you have to never do it again. You know, you could simplify for a bit. Then when you see what your life is like in 3 months, you're like, okay, maybe I have space to put more stuff in here.
Yo, thank you so much for the cheers. Yeah, but you know how like when you stop playing music, then you're not improving anymore, so you feel like you're being like set it back. It's because it's a skill, right? And then compared to a person who is, you know, continuing to practice every day, and oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Like, if I stop practicing it, then I won't be improving. And I will be actually, like, falling behind. And there's a kind of a fear of, like, oh no, I'm gonna fall behind.
Yeah, but surely, like, I mean, there's a couple of things to tease out there. One is, like, you know, you already have a bachelor's degree in the performance of music, which, as you get to as you get closer and closer to unreachable perfection, surely, like, the more you practice has a smaller and smaller impact. You know, you need to
most
practice more.
untrained ears, yes.
So, like, you know, I kind of look at it as like, it's like a hobbyist marathon runner being like, hey, like, I hurt both of my legs. Maybe I should take some time off from being a marathon runner. And then, well, like, I mean, I can relate to it because, you know, this week I haven't gone to the gym and I feel bad because I'm like, oh, you know, it's costing me like a week's progress. But I'm like, I'm sick. What am I going to do? And if you're sick of playing music, I think that even though it's not a one-to-one thing, I think it also still applies. You know, it's what's the point of getting better at something that is not bringing you joy to your life and is also not required to for you to survive?
It's true. I guess it's like I didn't start music thinking like, oh, it'll be a hobby. I started music and doing music thinking that this is my major, like, source of income. But it just didn't. And I'm happy it didn't turn out to be that way because I enjoy streaming and making videos on YouTube more. So
I mean, you are talking to the guy who's been playing the same game for
7,
I don't know, 1,500 days straight, something crazy. 18, maybe 2,000 days straight. I don't know.
oh my
Well,
god.
like,
The crow ate the crop! Look! Bitch! So mad. He ate one of your bean, Ryan.
That's okay. Maybe I can get to the other ones now.
Sorry to interrupt. It was... Oh, dude, the eyes were red. They were like, I know I'm doing bad things because my eyes are red. But please go on.
I don't think there's anything more to say except, like, you know. I mean, you've been on and off with your frustrations about aspects of music for, you know, as long as we've been in a relationship.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you
true.
necessarily need to quit. You know, something I get frustrated with YouTube and Twitch sometimes. Obviously, I'm not just gonna be like, screw it, until one day. But in advance to that, like, you know, this is something that, you know, a hobby's supposed to bring, like, not just joy necessarily, but also, like, you know, structure to your life. And if it's not providing value through either of those avenues, I think it's worth you know, considering how to factor it into your actual lifestyle instead of just feeling compelled to do it because you've always done it. I mean, I also feel, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's, like, music brainwashing. You know, because you go to school with, like, other musicians, you're all kind of it's like the military in a way. Like, you're all in this shared kind of, like, torture together. That's like, we're all gonna suffer, we're all gonna be starving artists, and then, like, you know, if we do it long enough, eventually somebody will come down with, like, an escape rope, and they'll pull us out one by one, and then, like, that's the music routine. Is like, you just keep grinding until one day you're like, you know, I got a job with the St. Louis Orchestra, and I'm gonna do this until I die. And the good news is you don't have to do that. So I think there's definitely maybe the chance that there's some built-in guilt of, like, you know, I'm losing out on some of my probability of being able to achieve that thing that I've been working towards. But I think that we've kind of, you know, superseded that goal, at least for now. I mean, I can't tell you, you know, just give up your dream, forehead, but, like, we probably have a more comfortable life as a result of the path that we've been able to take, instead of the path that maybe some of your cohorts and colleagues have been compelled to do.
Yeah. That's true. Fan has point. Fan said if you keep up with my quintet and music and nothing comes from it in 5 years, in contrast to wondering if you missed opportunity of not getting with it, you know you could have done something else during that time.
Yeah, that's very true.
That is also very true. But I guess, yeah, it might have been, like, brainwashing in a way. That, like, because when you get into, like, music schools, or, like, when, you know, you want to major in music, the first thing people will be like, they will say, like, you will not survive this. Like, you're not...
Yeah.
Like, first thing they will say, like, you're not good enough. And then, you know, then they will be like, you know, I don't think you will be a true musician because, you know, blah, or something. Like, oh, you know, because your parents are rich, or something, some bullshit reasoning. And they'll be like, oh, you won't be an artist. You won't be a true artist. Like, you will never be like us. But it's not a bad thing, I guess, to not be able to be one of them. But yeah, I was hoping maybe there will be some fellow pro or semi-pro musicians in chat that can be like, yeah, I was a music major 20 years ago, or like 10 years ago, and I know exactly where you are at the point of life, and I'm glad I quit. Well, not like really quit, but like I stopped focusing on music so hard because from that I was able to get something, or I don't know. Or maybe it would be like, oh no, you should keep on working on it or something. I don't know.
I mean, I think
How
you,
old do you think we are? I'm just saying. Just saying.
I mean, I understand the reasoning, but I don't really think that it was. I think it was honestly networking that probably led to being in cadence more than your quintet. You know,
It's
I think
true.
you have. First off, we know Ryan, and now you know Danny as well. And secondarily, like, I mean, you have your own pedigree outside of the quintet. You know, you have a music degree from one of Canada's top universities, and like, you know, a resume of performances in camps and stuff like that. You know, it's not the quintet necessarily is not the, you know, the linchpin to your qualifications.
I'm a flute player. I understand completely. I went the education route, but I have definitely seen how toxic and tiring our industry is. Yeah, it's very true. I think I didn't realize this. And of course, many people who comes out and say like people who got brainwashed, they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize this." But I actually didn't realize this. But I think music industry is brainwashing. Like if you're playing it for fun, I think it's all good. But I think if you go and say like, you know, I want to be the professional musician, I want to be part of one of the most like famous orchestras in the world, then they'll like prepare for the worst and they kind of like brainwash you in a way, I think.
I mean, this sounds like pretty insulting to the entire field of music, and I don't mean it that way. But there's like, how many full-time oboist positions are in Vancouver? There's two or three in
zero
VSO.
open. I mean,
exactly.
it's
And then
zero
once
open
you-
right now.
So I mean, there's obviously the two in Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, and there's probably a few people making a living outside of that as oboe teachers, but some of the oboe teachers are also in VSO to begin with. And then, you know, once you get an oboist position in the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, you do it until you're too old to do it, is the way I've understood it, at least. So
that is very
literally,
correct.
the position might literally be open once every 25 or 30 years. And over the course of 25 or 30 years, like, how many people graduate performance of music oboe at UBC? Like a few thousand, right?
Wait, per year?
No. Over the course of like 25 years.
Yeah, probably like 5 per year, I guess.
5 per year, so like 100 and something people. I'm not saying that all, you know, university education should be like, you know, designed to make you employable, but it does. I understand where like the music mentality comes from, of like, you just got to keep, you know, buying lottery tickets until you know, eventually you're able to get an orchestra position somewhere. You know, there's so little vacancy compared to the amount of supply.
Yeah.
So I understand the idea that, like, you know, you literally, if you graduate, you know, you could get an awesome orchestra job in like your mid 20s or, you know, early 30s, but it might also take you until you're like, you know, 50.
I mean,
Just 'cause you
that's
gotta know
mostly maybe not 50, but that's what's happening like right now. Like for even like the best people, like people consider them the best players, and that's happening to them. Like they're still doing auditions and
Yeah, it's wild.
giant hot dog with face. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Wait, it's not even Twitch Prime. It's subscriptions. It's even better. Thank you. I played trombone in a wind orchestra for 5 years in high school. Oh, wind orchestra. Interesting. More like wind ensemble, I think. But yeah, I understand. Is that Josh or is that Robert? Because those are my ducks. The freaking my full-time job is going around the fences and fixing the fences because it's just keep breaking. What with that, dude? It just keep breaking.
I don't know, classical music. I am a fan of classical music. I mean, when Kate was in her part-time orchestra, I went to every concert. And it's just like, it has a lot of issues, one of which is obviously like, you know, there's not that many positions available. The other one is at every single concert, I was typically the youngest person in the audience by like 30 years.
It's true.
I think there's like a real like diminishing effect as time goes on. Like people my age, by and large, like will not go see classical music or won't go out of their way to see classical music, I should say. And I mean, this is not to take their side, but it is kind of expensive as well. Like to go see the orchestra, it was like a minimum donation of $20, which is not necessarily, you know, breaking the bank, but at the same time, it's like, you know, if you're trying out something new, that might be cost prohibitive. If you go see VSO, it can be hundreds of dollars a ticket, right?
Yeah. Depends on the seat, but yes.
Like it caters to like that kind of tends to be richer, tends to be older sort of demographic.
I got
Except when they do
Oran.
like Star Wars or Pokemon or something.
Yeah. I mean, my musician friends, they're all, I guess like it depends on what field you're looking at, but for classical musician, you definitely don't have to have like ability to play different instruments. Basically, you're like a specialist. Like you're like specializing on this one instrument, and you're like the best at it. So that's how you get hired instead of, you know, I play like 20 instruments and then just be like decent at it for a whole 20 of them. But I can understand how people are saying like, oh, if you want to make money in music, then you have to be able to play like 10 different instruments. But I mean, like, yes and no. I guess it's just different fields.
So what you do is just make sure the next time VSO oboe positions go up, make sure you're crushing it, kill the audition, get the position, and then stay alive until eternal life becomes reality. Lifetime job security. Rip every oboist that is born after you, but I will say, like, again, this is not anti-classical music either, but it does take a pretty, like, if you don't know classical music, it takes a heck of an attention span to go to a classical music concert as well. I know that sounds rude, but even, like, when your orchestra was playing stuff like I know, I was like, I like it a lot. But when they play something I didn't know, and it was maybe, like, a little bit not up my alley, you're like, oh my god, I just had to sit here and look at the orchestra for the next like 35 minutes. And the way if you've not, and again, I know it sounds insulting. If anything, it's insulting to my own intelligence, I guess, or ability to enjoy life. But like, there was some shows. If you've never been to a classical music performance, the way that they usually tend to go is there's like 3 pieces, and they do like 2 shorter ones maybe, which are a half hour each or 20 to 25 minutes each. And then they have a little intermission, and then they play like one symphony in its entirety or close to its entirety. So like the back half of the concert is literally like maybe 45 minutes to an hour of uninterrupted classical music. And all they give you for context most of the time is like Liszt was born in Austria in the 1800s, and that informed his decision to make the Austrian waltz. And you're like, what?
Yeah, it's like it's a very weird circle where they kind of like they gate you pretty hard. Like
You are gatekept. Yeah, the way people talked at those concerts reminded me a lot of the way like the super magic nerds talked at Friday Night Magic. They would be like, this is this Gershwin's delightful, but it's no Rhapsody in Blue, right? And I'd be like, I don't know what the hell you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we definitely gate non-trained ears because it's like for us, we definitely got trained so that even if it's like a piece that we don't know, there will be things that we'll be listening for and like how it keeps us entertained and all that kind of stuff. But obviously for untrained ears, you definitely not trained to do that, so you know you won't be doing that. And I don't think it's just like, but like instead of people kind of like, oh, you know, that's normal, people kind of like, oh, you're one of those normies, you're one of those like lamers.
Haha, you with your electronic music.
Like how, like, you know, how would you not know about this piece? Or like, you know, like this is a very significant kind of a piece and like you should know. And you know, I think we definitely, like when I was in my music history class, we had to practice how to write like a program note for untrained ears. And then I would say certain things and then the prof will mark it down because like, oh, for untrained ears, like these words are way too hard. It's too hard for them. So you have to like make it easier. And I was like, what?
Well, I mean, I am an untrained ear, for sure. But we would like leave your performances sometimes. You'd be like, what do you think? And I'd be like, I liked it. Or like, I thought it was okay, but I didn't really get it. And sometimes you would be like, we played really well. Sometimes you would be like, oh, somebody really screwed up on like entering the second movement of this part. And I was just like, I didn't hear it at all.
Who gave me a large milk? Tomo gave me a large milk, Ryan.
Oh, heck yeah. That's my son. That's my boy right there.
He gave me a large milk. Oh my god. So random. Holy shit. But yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. Like, for example, the video that recently went up on my YouTube channel for the Hikari Wooden Quintet, that the cover that we did for the Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I mean, it wasn't perfect, I understand. And we could have played it better, I understand that too. But some of the members got really upset that I posted that video because it wasn't perfect and there were a lot of flaws. And they think like it sounds like a high school band or like high school students playing music for fun. And like they took it like it was a very like offensive thing that I did, whereas I got so much positive feedbacks. Like so many people told me like it was so good and they really enjoyed the cover, and like I got 2 new patrons from that. So I think for most of non-trained ears, I think that video did really well. But I guess like for my quintet members, they were like they got offended that I posted it. Oops. JTMCner, thank you very much. Thank you with the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you.
I mean, I know you made the exact comparison before, but it always reminds me of like in La La Land when Ryan Gosling wants to have a music career, and then his friend invites him to be in his really successful band, but he gets offended because it's not the way he wants to make his music career.
It's not the traditional jazz.
And I'm like, I think, you know, it's not that you can't make a living as a classical musician, but it's hard. And I think it helps you to sell out for sure. Like, do you think Lindsey Sterling started playing the violin because she was like, oh, I'd really like to do a cover of the Transformers theme for the release of the 5th movie in the series? Probably not.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say most of classical musicians, but many of classical musicians, they like kind of, I don't know. If you bring her name, they'll be like, oh,
Yeah, I know.
like, oh, that lady, like.
Child of Satan.
Well,
I
just
know
like, you know.
because anytime I go to a social event, if it's from your circle of friends, I'm always at the musicians table. It's always like me and 9 classical musicians.
But it's not jealousy. It's more like I understand it because she only uses electric violin, and I know violin because I've been playing violin for like over 10 years, and electronic violin is 1,000 times easier to play than on a like normal violin, just because it auto tunes. I guess like you cannot never be out of pitch because it's like it's a machine, right? It's not just a metal string on a piece of wood. So even if your technical skills are bad, it will hide it. It will make it sound like really good. Even if you're even if your pitch is wrong, they will auto tune it in a way that your pitch will always be perfect, I guess. So when she's jumping around playing her electric violin, she still sounds good just because of power of technology. And
Counterpoints, how hard could the real violin be if so many guest violinists are middle school kids?
no, that's just like featuring. They're like Prodigy. That's not.
And then everybody in the
The
audience is like, "Oh
violin
my
is very
god, I
difficult,
can't believe
though.
she's
It's-
playing this and she's only 14."
No, they're
We
like.
wouldn't even let her. We wouldn't even let her drive a car. But apparently, she's capable of playing one of the most difficult violin concertos of all time.
They're literally prodigies, like one of a kind. I mean, like I wasn't one of them. I definitely wasn't able to jam out like that at all.
Oh, trust me, I get it. Because there's a lot of streamers out there who don't get a huge audience and are like, man, the only reason I'm not getting a huge audience is because I didn't sell out and play Fortnite. And I'm like, I don't think so. There's a lot of Fortnite viewers or Fortnite streamers with 2 viewers. It's possible if you switch to Fortnite, you would just alienate the people that are already in your community to begin with. It's not like, people are coming to Twitch TV and they're like, oh, if only there was a Fortnite stream I could find right now. We got millions of people that want to watch Fortnite and nobody's streaming it. But I mean, I understand. You want to make it. You prefer to make it your own way.
Well, I don't know. I think it's just, I guess it's a lot easier to be impressive, but most of people don't know that. So for people who work in the crafts, they will be like, it's more impressive when a person is that good and not borrowing the power of technology. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
No, I understand.
she's like, people think she's awesome, but there is a little bit of like power of technology that's kind of covering her, I guess, like mistakes and stuff like that. And some people are not aware of it, and people are, I guess, I don't know. They're just kind of like, she's not real. Like, she doesn't have the real skill.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's really fair if you use a non-electric violin, but somebody else made it. Like, so now just because you're using the resin of somebody else knowing how to construct a violin, all of a sudden, despite the fact that you can't construct it yourself, you get to piggyback off of their skill. I think you should have to be able to carve and whittle your own violin in order to play it. Otherwise, I mean, you have to learn where to place the strings and how to rotate them and tune your violin and so on. Otherwise, you're just relying on, I don't know, whatever Stradivarius did.
I mean, one of the most, like, I would say, I don't know, like, renowned violinists, he did make his own violin.
Stradivarius.
No, I don't think so. I don't know, maybe he did, but
Yo-yo,
that's not the one that I'm thinking
ma.
of.
Yo-yo ma.
Yo-yo ma! I mean, also, it's the same thing. Making a violin is not hard, but making a good violin, maybe only like few in the world.
Counterpoint: making a violin is hard.
Okay, but making a good violin is extremely hard.
I believe that.
That's why like people pay like over, you know, like millions of dollars to be able to play one of like the best makers out there.
Do classical musicians look down on soloist electric guitarists?
I don't think we count them as one of
Would
us.
they look down? Because like,
That's
you know,
they,
like
we don't count them as being one of us. That's just like what are you doing? Is that
This
your
clip's
solo?
over by Eric Johnson. It's really good.
So confused. I mean, you should know. You should know because like UBC, University of British Columbia, it took them. It was like, you know, saxophone. They didn't consider that as an instrument. They thought it was like a child toy until like 1990, like 5 or something like that.
Until 1995.
I don't count on the actual number, but it hasn't been all that long since they officially counted saxophone being an actual instrument. And even so nowadays, within the hardcore musicians, they will count saxophone as a child's toy because it's very easy to play.
If the dean of music from UBC had been at the performance we saw of You Raise Me Up at that one Christmas concert on the saxophone, he probably would have rescinded the degree program.
Well, even some classical musicians nowadays, they won't consider saxophone as a it's like
What about
I would say like
about
actual
Kenny
instrument,
G?
I guess. Is
You know
he a
Kenny
saxophone
G?
player?
He plays the clarinet.
Oh,
He's a solo clarinet player.
I don't know who I haven't milked right now. I don't know who he is.
Kenny G. He played for Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West.
How am I supposed to know that, dude?
You don't follow them?
No.
He's not a saxophonist, Jay. He plays the clarinet. It is kind of the same in programming. Yeah, that's true. People that program in JavaScript are like, HTML is not programming, it's scripting. People that program in like a functional language are like, you know, oh, I meant any real languages. You do OOP. I meant, do you know any functional languages? Oh, but you don't know assembly? How can you possibly program if you don't have a framework in assembly? I don't understand.
You should get more seeds. I harvested some, and there's empty spots.
How many do you need?
We have 2 empty spots.
2 spots.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Like
That's
2 sprinkler spots, not just like
Oh,
actual
so 16 spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, your introduction to programming classes in Python? My condolences. My intro to programming classes in C++. And then the audience erupts into laughter. Sorry, not laughter, applause. I meant applause. Ooh.
Maybe humans are just like to, you know, gate people out. If you're like specializes in certain degrees in certain field, and there are just normies around, and then you just go like, oh, you're one of them. And I think they like to just kind of like exclude people in order to make them feel like they are better than them, I guess.
I think it's just like when you get too into something. Hold on, I'm gonna buy some potatoes. I don't even think it's meant as malicious, to be honest. I think it's just like when you become so into something that it becomes a lifestyle. Gatekeeping is like one of the toxic side effects of that, which is like an instinct that, you know, oh, if somebody else isn't putting in the same kind of effort to be congruent with all the values you have to be in this community, then like, you know, well, you're not as worthy of it as I am.
I have a great news. I got 2 maple syrups.
Wow.
I can
How many
make.
tabs do we have?
We have 3.
It seems pretty good.
We can make 2 more bee houses, dude. It's a great day. Well, I guess to end the conversation of me and the music, it's just like, if you're not enjoying it, just don't do it. I'm assuming that's where it's at.
It's kind of my 2 cents, but I mean, you don't have to. Not doing it doesn't mean you have to quit forever. You know, you could just be like, I don't want to do it for a bit, and then, you know, if in a month you're like, oh, I really miss it, you can start up plans to get it going again. And if in a month you're like, I haven't thought about it at all, then, you know, it's always easier to add more things than to cut more things. So like, if, you know, if you cut something and you decide you want it back, most of the time you can get it back. But
I feel a little like under pressure because my friend is moving, or our pianist is moving to Texas this August. That I feel like if I don't record before she leaves, then there won't be any music video of us playing until she comes back, which will be sometime in December.
Yeah, I mean, you can record without the pianist. You can, you know, get a new pianist for a bit.
I guess I feel like if I want to quit, I feel like the right thing to do is to just like actually like quit, like disband the band, instead of kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this, so let me just take a break. Because I feel like that's not responsible.
No, I 100% agree with that, especially because you have patrons.
Yeah.
So
like, what if I take like 5 months of a break and I'm just like, yeah, I still feel like not good about it and I'm gonna quit. Then I feel like I just took the 5 months of patrons' money for like nothing.
I mean, you definitely should not do that. But what I mean is you could, you know, I don't know what the word for it is. You could freeze the Patreon, you know.
Probably I'll be able to do that, yeah.
Yeah, and then be like, okay, we're gonna like, it's gonna go into, I don't want to say disuse, I guess, for a few months, and then we could bring it back, or maybe you could cancel the Patreon and restart it if you want to do that. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, it seems like doing the quintet is more stress than value for you.
There is a lot of stress, and because it's a lot of work, and it's really hard to be like, you know, I made it so that I can perform in the gaming convention, but it seems like that's kind of unlikely, or maybe it's very difficult to do so. It seems like in order to do that, I have to have at least like another year with the quintet, and you don't know if that's gonna work out next year, right? So it's just like, if the quintet won't be able to play in a convention, then I feel like, I don't know, it does not serve any purpose. But maybe, I don't know, man, I don't know. Just wanna run away from reality. I made
You know,
two more bee houses.
I think for you, it's harder too because you have like your own pride wrapped up in it because it's your own thing. So I hope that, you know, you wouldn't think that if you stopped doing the group, oh, the group failed because you didn't, you know, play PAX or like MagWest or something like that. You know, it's stuff that you don't have control over.
I don't think I have that kind of pride. I don't really care. I was disheartening that we couldn't get invited to be playing in MagWest and PAX West for many years, but I guess like it was one of the part of the brainwashing that like, oh, you'll be failing 99% of your stuff. So like that's something that I guess was part of my brain that I'm like, oh, you know, that's just part for the ride. Never really got too much. I didn't really feel too bad about it. Do we have potato growing in our
I
farm?
planted 16 potatoes yesterday, and I planted 8 on the first day. So they probably got watered on the second day and should be fully grown on the 10th day, I think.
Okay. Because I need potatoes and cauliflowers.
Cauliflower is definitely planted as well.
Yeah, I planted them. Did I not milk the cows today? Or did I milk the cows but I already used all the cheese? Can I milk them while they're sleeping? Tomo has no milk right now. Okay, I have milked them today.
The milk's asleep.
No, I don't need to have a solo Patreon. The whole reason of having a Patreon for my quintet was to have enough fund so I can pay them and pay like the facilities that we'll be renting and, you know, basically cover the cost of keeping the band. But there's no need to do a solo Patreon for me because like I am already making enough money on Twitch and YouTube, so I don't need more money just for myself. Cantieno, thank you very much for the gift sub. Thank y'all.
It's kind of the same perspective, like to inform the way that I talk to you about this. I think about like if I came to you and I was like, oh, we're doing this project, and I mean this has happened in the past, and I've been like, hey, this project that we're doing, like, you know, it's a toll on my mental health, and I don't really like enjoy doing it anymore, and it's like one of the biggest stresses of my work week, and you know, it's not really affecting the bottom line that much, and you're always like, you should just cut it. And I have the same hesitation. The hesitation is like, yeah, but then like, you know, there's some people involved with it, either on the production side or on the fan side, that would be like disappointed, and it sucks to be like the main person who's like, yeah, this isn't really working. But like in the end, you know, you gotta be true to your own interests, your own you know, enjoyment of what you do.
I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about like the podcast, and I'm just like, Ryan did go through a similar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been through it. I mean, to be clear, Roundtable was like, it was not me being like, I don't want to do Roundtable, you know? there was not a consensus, but there was a plurality within the group that was like, I don't know if we're really feeling this anymore. But it was not an easy thing to do. It would have been much easier to just keep doing it and, you know, being quieter about the fact that doing it was making me unhappy. I don't know, like it rolls over. And this is what I realize, like, as I get older, like the stress you get in your working life, you know, you can't always be like 100% absorbing all of it and then like swallowing it down, and then in your home life it like doesn't even affect you. Like when I have a bad day on Twitch and YouTube, it affects, you know, my mood for the rest of the day. To some extent, it affects the way I interact with other people, including you, in my off hours. So it's like, you know, the older I get and the longer I do this, I'm like, it's irresponsible to let myself continue doing stuff that, you know, contributes to that negative mental state. Because it's like, it's poison like in the moment, and it kind of has lingering effects after the fact as well. But that's me speaking. That's me speaking from my experience. That might not be applicable to this situation right here. I mean, I don't want to call your active quintet mental poison, because it's a little bit over the top.
So many Pepe. But I appreciate the talk though, because I think it helped me a lot.
Yeah, I'm glad.
But I think it helped out even more that I was talking about it with the chat. At first I was thinking maybe it would be a bad idea, but I think it was a good idea to kind of like talk with the chat, because I think it helped me out more.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can talk about real stuff with chat, as long as it's not politics. You talk about, you know, I've talked about more real issues for sure, especially with regards to like my mental state and physical health within the past, 6 months or so. I find like, you know, it always goes over fine as long as you like, I think if you speak about it honestly and maturely, and you open up your own honest experience, people are normally not like dicks about it.
I was like, I didn't know like where to go about it. I was like, should I make a post on Twitter, you know, saying like, you know, what should I do? But then I feel like it wasn't really, I don't think it would be a good way to do it, because it wasn't like a conversation. It would just be like a comment, and I cannot really like be in conversation about it. Like, it's not a conversation. I think it's just kind of opinion gathering on Twitter. So yeah. I felt like that wasn't the way to go about it. And then I felt like if I were to bring in Twitch, I mean, I saw some people, they were still like really confused of what was happening, because they don't follow 100% of what's happening. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to really create a confusion to people who are not aware of this kind of stuff. Like, some people don't even know that I have Quintet. So, but I want to thank you for both of you, Chet and Ryan, for helping me through this. Because, you know, if it was the other way, I don't think I would be. I feel a lot better from this. And I appreciate your patience.
This is the most positive interaction between a streamer and chat I've ever seen. I am struck by the good vibes.
You know, what can I say? I'm very proud of my chat. I don't know about other people's chat, but my chat is a good chat.
I think you got a good thing going on for sure.
Yeah, I think my chat is a good people.
I love my community as well, but I also recognize that, there's thousands of people in there, and many of them take it upon themselves to be like, this is happy fun time joke hour, and they're like little miniature versions of myself. And if I'm ever going through an emotional thing, what I don't want is 4,000 me's in chat. Why don't you just do this? Hey, Baldy, whoa, you dumb idiot, why'd you do that? That was dumb. Shut up, me. But then when someone else says something on the show that I think is dumb, and then chat goes, that's dumb. I'm like, yeah, dumbass. Get him. A little bit. A train is passing through Stardew Valley. Yeah, exactly. Drag him. I need topaz if it's not too inconvenient. I will never deliver any of these goods to you.
Oh my god. Sometimes they give you money.
It's alright.
I made you at PAX, Ryan. I cannot be a little you. I'm too big. I think I gotta buy more grass. It's Farmer Kate. Excuse me?
Are you talking to Hank?
No, the Pierre's like, oh, it's Farmer Kate. It's just a little offensive.
All I want is to be banned in Ryan's chat. I saw a dude get rightfully timed out for 28,000 seconds today.
Oh my god.
So, like, I mean, he probably could have been perma, to be honest. Let me see. 28,000 seconds divided by 60 seconds per minute divided by 60 minutes per hour. So he's banned for like 8 hours.
Is that the maximum?
I mean, you could perma them.
Well, no, but like for time ban.
I don't know, actually. I doubt it. Like, this is gonna sound is very DAE, but I guess it depends what argument you can pass into Twitch chat. If it's a 32-bit integer, it's like you could time them out for like 32,000 hours or something. 32,000 seconds, I mean. If it's a 64-bit integer, it could be, I don't know, you get up to a huge number. It's like 255 million or something. Can't remember.
Yeah, you lost me, but it's okay. All I know is that my husband is good at math.
I'm good at arithmetic. I do remember it. Well, it was like a couple months ago. You asked me something and I laughed. And I don't think you took offense to it. I think you realized why it was funny. But you said something like, what's 120 times 4? And I was like, it's 480. And you were like,
No, it gotta be more like, I think it gotta been like easier, like what is 100 times like 2 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it actually might have been like a 3-digit number times 2.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're like, oh, it's this, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I don't know why I asked you. I should have just, like, obviously, it should have just been like a second nature.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you've seen me play Bava as you, so I'm not gonna act like I'm some kind of genius. I'm just good at I'm good at small arithmetic, doing it quickly.
Well, I guess I never thought of it until I actually asked you, and then you're like, oh, it's this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I guess like I like to ask math question, especially like to Ryan. So it's just like anything that comes to like math, I'm just like, instead of me thinking like, oh, what is that? I'm just like, I should just ask Ryan. And I'm just like, Ryan, what's this? And then you're like, oh,
and it helps me feel useful too. You ask me if you ever want me to feel useful, you just ask me You know, what are two-digit numbers multiplied by one another?
And you're like, oh, it's this. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I am very stupid. Just ignore me. I mean,
Advanced
obviously, I
math?
could
I
have.
have no idea.
Obviously, I could have done the math, but it's just, I just didn't. I guess.
48 times 6. It's very easy. It's 240 plus 48. 288. Thank you for asking. I feel important.
Dude, Ryan's so smart.
I'm good at arithmetic.
But what if you just got it wrong?
It's definitely right.
He got it right. Yo, you
Lazy
solved
melon.
it faster than me tapping that number on a calculator.
That's why I get annoyed when you use Siri for simple questions. I'm like, don't ask Siri,
What?
just ask me and I'll type it in. You're like, hey Siri, you know, what's 10 inches in centimeters? And I'm like, come on, 25.2 centimeters.
Dude, I don't know. This guy is some kind of math genius or something. Did you see our farm? It's like super weed now. So they can all be happy and eat more grass. Oh, it's raining. They don't want to go out. Babies. Like, oh, it's raining. I don't want to go out. Ducks look so happy. I want to be a duck in this game.
They do look like they're having a great time.
They look so happy. Look at you. You're just like, you're alright. But look at Josh and Robert. They're like actually like utmost happy. Just like it cannot be happier.
Yeah, thank you, Chad. Somebody in the NLSS chat, I think it was on Monday, tried to call me out. I said 71 was a prime number. And then they're like, 71's not a prime number. And I'm like, what goes into 71? And then they said 27 times 3. And I was like, that's 81, you son of a bitch. And then they were like, all right.
Whoa. And then did you get like 10 gift stuff from him?
I did not, but I felt smart.
They
And then a
should've.
second later, I felt bad because I was like, oh, I put him on blast a little. But I was like, if you come into the streamer's chat and say the streamer is wrong, it's okay as long as the streamer is actually wrong. If the streamer's right, you just gave him a chance to own your ass. You need a potato?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I need cauliflower and green bean.
Okay.
And then what's the bridge that the Apple Fairies?
Come
Fixed.
back to the base, and I will show you.
Oh, did you go?
Yeah, Ben, yes. I can show you how to get there.
What happened? Oh, hold on.
Well,
These are done.
I'll show you.
Okay, let's go.
Pam, get out of here.
Oh, it's this way.
And then you right-click on this, and you go to Quarry. And then, like,
What?
the first day, this was full of gems, but I mined the whole thing out, so I'm just letting it come back. But
I have never seen the quarry before.
basically, it spawns rocks that could have gems in them. Like, look at this, 2 diamonds.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I've gotten like 8 diamonds out of this thing already.
Oh my gosh.
And then this is the bridge right here. We can reenact the Apple Fairy dance. What is that? You're trying to milk me? Get out of here.
What are you? Look at my screen. How are you doing that? How are you doing that? How did you skid? How'd you skid out of my way? How are you moving? Like that? How did you skid? How did you skid?
Must have been lag.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Oh, yo. Oh, oh, oh! It's a weapon house.
It's locked. It's only open from 2 to 10 p.m.
Ah, this is the mine.
Late sleeper. This should be our final day, though.
Okay, for today you mean?
For this stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you are hungry, and I am hungry too.
I was hungry until that announcement came out and I got rattled again and my hunger meter went missing.
I'm like starving.
Okay.
I almost ate my wife's leftovers, and then I thought my wife's probably hungry too. She might eat her leftovers, so I'm not gonna eat her leftovers. Not without her permission, anyway.
I forgot. It was like someone was talking about their wife or something on YouTube, and then my instant reaction was like, "Happy wife, happy life."
Yeah.
You don't talk about your life or you don't talk about your wife unless you're gonna say, "Happy wife,
Nice
happy
things.
life."
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know like if it was that much happy wife, happy life. I think it's more just like, you know. I mean, I do put some stock in that. I forget who was I talking about it with you, or was I talking about it with Dan? Where like we had a really illuminating conversation on Team Unity Tuesday once, where Austin said like, or someone in chat was like, "Hey, my wife asked me what I thought of her best friend, and I told her she was annoying, and that's why she doesn't have any other friends." And both Dan and I were like, "Yikes, wrong move." And then Austin was like, "Well, she shouldn't have asked if she didn't want to hear the truth." And I was like, "That's the difference between a married man and an unmarried man. Is that the married man is like, even if you're thinking it in your head, you're like, for my own sake and also to preserve somebody else's feelings, maybe I shouldn't go with the harsh truth in this situation. Maybe this is a situation where a more pleasant lie would be beneficial." And then that's okay. He said she was selfish, not annoying. But Austin was like, "Well, if she wanted to hear the honest truth, then he gave her the honest truth." And it's like, you're both right. I'm like, the respect of a married man is like, you could soften the way that you get that out there. Oh, it's Hatfish. It's been a year.
What?
Hatfish. He got away.
Oh no, I was about to say radio silence. You know, to me, this only looks like you're trying to take my fish away by putting the fish string in front of me. You have this? You have this guy?
Smallmouth or largemouth bass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a largemouth bass. Check this out. Don't put that away. All right. Well, don't cast yet. All right. Just gonna show you, but you know, it's Hatfish radio silence. He's gonna get away. He got away.
How come you get to see the hatfish and I don't get to see the hatfish?
I don't know. Maybe you got to be like level max fishing level or
That's
something.
not true. You weren't max level when you first saw the hatfish.
True. I don't know. It beats me. But the only frustration I bring up with my wife in YouTube videos or on stream is that she is sometimes a late person. But I always make sure two things, or a few things actually. One is to mention that she's getting better about it. She's actively working on it. Another one is that I'm not a normal person. I'm an early person. And dealing with an early person is also frustrating because they get anxious if they're only 5 minutes early, which is irrational as well. So
You have a 38-inch carp?
Excuse me? That's the only thing I bring up. Although, I will say, was it Wednesday? Yeah, yesterday? Yesterday I did put you on blast. because when you got in the shower, I said to my chat, chat, why is my wife starting a shower at 4:52 if she's supposed to be live at 5 o'clock? I don't believe that she has given herself enough time to get in the shower and get out and be on stream on time. But you know what I did? I just streamed a little bit longer, played a little bit more Mario, had a good time, and it was better for both of us as a result.
There you go. I want to see a hatfish. I have never seen a hatfish. All I know is that either Ryan's making it up or I'm just not lucky. I never see it. It's like a mythical being.
Oh, it exists.
How come I have never seen it?
Haven't you seen a hatfish? I thought you got a hatfish.
A hatfish-like fish, but not an actual hatfish.
Never a fish with a hat?
Yeah.
This fish has the hat. I'm not messing with you.
Why would they wear a hat? That doesn't make any sense. Do they have a head that looks like a hat? Or are they actually wearing a hat?
Are you not using bait, Kate?
No.
Oh, that might be your issue right there. You don't have any bait.
Do you make bait?
No, I just buy it. Here, I'll drop you some. I guess I gotta give it to you piece by piece, which is a little frustrating, but...
Piece by piece.
I'm just gonna give you 4 for now, because we're probably
okay.
gonna go home in game soon. Then you just click it and right-click on your rod.
Got it. Oh, we crossed the stream.
Oh. You can craft it, but it's honestly, it's like 5 per bait. I usually buy like 200 at a time.
I got a chub.
Oh. Got a bullhead.
You have used your last piece of bait, excuse me?
That happened fast.
Why do I have to click it one at a time? Okay, I got it. Now, every time whenever like it shakes, I'm like, it could be a hatfish. It could be a hatfish. Not a hatfish.
Well,
oh, 21-inch bullhead.
If you could catch the hatfish, that would be fine by me, because it's too difficult for me to catch.
I don't think I will be able to catch it if it's too difficult for you. My fishing skill is not better than yours, I don't think. Oh, 24-inch.
All good. Seaweed.
It's not seaweed.
Hatfish is near
it.
Tree Island. Oh.
Well, I used all the bait.
One last cast.
Apparently it does require level 10 fishing.
Mm.
It's getting late.
I'm running. Hello, Tomo. You having a good nap? Nope, not anymore, because somebody dropped something in the hallway. Head
You think
swiveled
even
around.
Tomo is all rattled up?
I'm sure he's like a little bit more alarmed. Would be
He was in the living room when the people came in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was like,
Yeah.
what's up?
Tomo's a little bit more chill around strangers.
I think he just didn't understand what was happening, so I think that's why he was chill. He could not comprehend. It's
Oh god,
getting
it's a race
late.
against time.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
Oh.
He made it. I cannot believe he made it. You made it 10 minutes just before you collapsed.
Oh, I was scared. How often do you guys throw curveballs in Pokemon Go? Every time,
100%.
unless it's a Pokemon that sits very far away from the screen, like
Oh, man.
Rhydon.
Well, that was the last day, right?
Yeah.
I'll exit the desktop. Oh my gosh, that was pretty good.
It was good stuff. Good stuff.
Don't say BM. Ryan started it.
It is true.
I was racing for the time and I was like, oh my gosh, and then Ryan put all these furnitures and I think I fell asleep on the door.
I remember.
The most betrayal from my husband while he was sleeping in the bed. I play Pokemon Go with one hand because I have to hold 2 cell phones. So I throw curved balls with one finger, I guess. At the same time as well, not to mention.
It's pretty crazy.
You know, it's just, it comes naturally. Well, thank you, Ryan, for
It was my
being
pleasure.
here. It was wonderful to have you, as always. Oh, hello. Probably not Amir. Thank you very much for the gift sub. I will see you, Ryan.
Yes.
Goodbye.
In mere minutes.
Yes. Goodbye.
Later.
Alright. Thank you everyone for joining me. Tomorrow I will go live and playing some Dragon Quest Builders 2. I'm having lots of fun with that. I cannot wait to play more of Dragon Quest Builders 2. And I will be continuing that tomorrow on my stream. And I think I'll be streaming for 5 hours or so. And then I have other things to do. But yeah. Dragon Quest was really fun to watch last time. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. I'm very glad. Thank you again. Thank you so much for kind of listening through what's happening in my current life. I felt like, I don't know, if I kind of kept it quiet and then just be like, hey, I decided to spend my quintet, you know, and then just kind of, you know, I hope you guys are okay, goodbye, you know. I think it would have been like weirder. I don't know. It's just like I needed some more inputs. And I talked to Ryan about it like even a week before. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then, but it just didn't feel right. I just felt like I need to communicate with my community. Because I know you guys are a huge fan of it and you guys do support a lot. But yeah, thank you again for listening through most of it, and some of you were talking in chat to kind of like voice your opinion. I appreciate that. I will see you guys tomorrow with the Dragon Quest Builders 2. Thank you so much for the gift subs and the cheers and the donations. I will see you guys tomorrow. See you. Goodbye.
Testing.